Movie Toasty Show, here for you. Dennis and Adam joke about orgasms and sweet movie reviews. We talk about TV too, right?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah! Movie Toast.
Hey, what is up, Toasties? What's up, Adam?
Not too much. We're at episode 242. We're lurking. We might be at 250 in a couple of episodes. And by might, I don't know why we wouldn't.
I mean, like 8?
Yeah,
I think we'll get there.
That's the number.
250, it's creeping up on us, coming right around the corner. Thanks for joining us, folks. We got a lot of delicious toasty goodness for you today. But before we get too far into all that stuff, I know we're gonna have a little bit of news to share, don't we, Adam?
Fuck yeah, we do. Let's play that tune.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
Looping.
All right. A few episodes back, we were talking about how Netflix had an upcoming Ghostbusters film and animated series, but we didn't fully know the title of the animated series, and now we do. It looks like it's going to be called Ghostbusters Night Shift, and it's going to premiere on Netflix in 2027. How do you feel about this title? Does it sound intriguing or just bland?
I don't know. It doesn't really paint a picture of necessarily what direction they're taking it. What audience have they said who this is for yet? Like,
no, but if I recall, sorry.
No, because all I was going to say is the first thing that jumps to my mind is how like Jurassic World has that like kids animated series. You know, is this like the soft intro kids series, or is this going to be the young adult like edgy Clone Wars-esque?
I feel like it might lean that way because I think when we're talking about it, this one I think takes place in the 90s. So I feel like I don't know why the 90s means. I think it takes place in the 90s, like when they're still busting. So I don't know. That's a tough call.
Okay.
Because I guess you could do that to children can watch that. I guess there's a monkey in one of the fucking Ghostbusters cartoons back in the day. God.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's what I'm curious about. Is it seems like we haven't seen much of any of the extra Ghostbuster stuff really even aimed at adults. It's generally aimed at kids. True. So
I will say this little logo they put out, I kind of dig. It has like your classic look, but then there's like a creature taking it over almost.
Yeah, it's like not quite Slimer. It's pieces of a monster. Like I like the sort of ghoulish suggestion that's happening with the logo. We'll see. But then again, that's inferring a lot. So.
Yeah. And it also has like a Spider-Verse look to it. Like it has that hand drawn, but also like 3D kind of quality to it.
Right. Yeah, it's give it a little bit of that comic book texture, the pointillism or whatever they call that.
I have no clue, but I dig it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a lot of guessing at this point, but that's I would hope they're acknowledging an older audience along with whoever else might be watching it too. And it's not just a children's targeted show, but
yeah. So I guess it comes out next year. And they just made the announcement about the title. So hopefully in a couple of months we'll get some type of teaser and maybe get a vibe for it. But
yeah.
Time will tell. Yeah. All right. Westworld and Fallout producers Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan are developing a live-action Gem and the Hologram series for Amazon Prime. I don't know why I said Amazon like that.
Amazon.
I don't know. I was never a Gem and the Holofans person growing up. I didn't see that 2016 live-action movie.
Oh God, yeah. Forgot about that.
Do you have any Gem?
It was my only familiarity is like Robot Chicken sketches. I was aware of it existing, but I didn't actually watch the original show.
Fair enough. Now, the thing that gives me hope here is the fact that Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan are doing it. I feel like they do these gritty kind of homages to what their work. Like Westworld was really, really dark, and I feel like Fallout's really dark. But I don't feel like Jim and the Holograms that was kind of like a poppy cartoon. But if they went a dark route, that could be kind of fun, I think.
But didn't they fight something? Weren't they like?
Yeah, Joe. I think they like play
superheroes
music
or something
at
too,
day and like fight crime at night.
Isn't that? Yeah, it's like I don't know. I think there's a lot of you could build a lot into that. It's not like freaking Josie and the Pussycats, where it's like, no, they're pretty much musicians all the time. They just happen to solve mysteries that cross their path. But really, it's about them performing music. This is a little more separation, I feel. But yeah,
now that I'm thinking about it, this makes perfect sense. Like, this is their like, holy shit, let's jump on K-pop demon hunters' backs at this point.
Exactly.
It's hot right now.
Exactly. Yes. No, I think that's really where the move is coming from.
And I feel like that's what Amazon is like. Amazon's also going back to like the well. Like, we just got Masters of the Universe. We're getting fucking whatchamacallit, the live action mech movie that's coming out.
Gundam?
Not Gundam. We're getting that. That's with Amazon.
Shit.
Henry Cavill fucking.
Oh, Warhammer?
Wow. Voltron. No, it's not Henry Cavill. Who the fuck's in? I don't fucking. I just feel like they're digging back from the 80s, and it's like, all right, I guess Jim and the Holograms is that time period.
Yeah, it is very much the generation. I feel it's relevant to your callbacks are going back those 20 years or so. 3 years, not Jesus fucking Christ. Almost 4 years, I guess. Let's limit down a little bit. Let's not. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I think, the natural progression of things. Just like the classic rock our parents listened to when we were kids, now is replaced by the shit we were listening to when we were kids. So
it's all reciprocal,
full circle, baby.
Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah,
but yeah. All right, up next. Netflix is turning its 2023 film Hitman into a series. Richard Linklater and Glenn Powell will executive produce, and it will be written by You're the Worst creator Stephen Falk. I think we both kind of hated this movie when we reviewed it, right? Or did you like it and I hated it?
No, I think it was like I liked certain aspects of it, but the third act is awful, and I hated how it resolved, and I hated like the conclusion was so anticlimactic and so like this guy didn't earn any of this. Turns out, really, I didn't like. I remember being sold on the concept of one movie and feeling like when I finally watched it, it was something else. So that was I think we both gave it low marks.
I feel like the only thing that stood in my head, I'm like, that Adrienne Arjona, she was pretty hot. That Glenn Powell, he's good, but he's no fucking Mike Myers. Why are we putting him in all these different outfits?
It's like a couple of them were funny, but then a few of them were just like obnoxious, and I'm like, it's not endearing, like to laugh at, or I don't know. There is like I think the better version of this was that other one with oh my god, the British one that's very similar to that, where they're all acting students. Who then?
Oh yes, Cold. Fuck. It has what's her name? Bryce Dallas Howard. What's the name from Lord of the Rings?
Yes, or Orlando Bloom.
Yes,
and then the assistant coach from Ted Lasso. Yeah,
Deep Cover. That was a good one.
See, there's the whole donning multiple identities done very well, and they were all fucking knocked out of the park. This was not that.
Now, I will say, I feel like you could do a lot with the serious version of this. Like, you can really dive deep, and that character can earn the payoff. And what I like is this showrunner, Stephen Falk, who's writing the pilot. I really dug his series, You're the Worst. It was a really cynical, dark comedy. Yeah. And I'm hoping they lean into that aspect here. Now, the interesting thing is they didn't say if Glenn Powell will be in it. I assume he won't. But he does have that Chad Powers show, so it's not like he's against doing movies. And the movies he has been doing have been kind of flopping at the box office, so this could be a lifeline to kind of stay relevant.
Or at the very least, an income stream to keep him afloat. Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if he wasn't in it at all. He just has his name on as producer and probably is. I
guess he did write the first movie with Linklater, so I guess that makes sense
for him to do this. Okay, so yeah, he's going to be familiar with the ins and outs of the story beyond his own character. So that's, I don't know. I'm not something I'm like, scrambling to watch.
If I hear good things, maybe I'll watch it, but I feel like this is going to be a show that comes and goes. But clearly, the movie must have done well if they want to greenlit a show. So,
or they think this is going to work better than the movie, which I always think is that's a funny thing to then make another bet on something that didn't do well. But
double down on shit, yeah.
In fact, we'll spend more money.
Right. Good luck, see. Netflix. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This next one I'm intrigued by, Dennis. It's been 30 years since Ben Stiller gave us the unhinged Jim Carrey comedy, The Cable Guy. Well, now it looks like Hulu is interested in turning that film into a series, and it'll star New Girl and Let's Be Cops stars Jake Johnson and Damon Wayans Jr. The plot was written by It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia's Rob Russell and Cobra Kai's Joe Pruill and Lauren Thomas, and the logline's intriguing. In a world of endless streaming, binging, and algorithms, old school cable technician Chip Douglas Johnson languishes alone until Steven Stevens, Wayans Jr., calls to have his cable turned back on, reconnecting Chip with a childhood friend he never forgot. The relationship gives each man something he's been missing until Chip's enthusiasm turns into obsession. Inspired by the movie, the show explores the darkly absurd side of modern day male friendship. I don't know. It could be good. It could be bad, but I like these guys together.
Yeah. No, that would be. They're casted on the characters that I would have thought too. That's my concern, though. Is like the absurdity of the film is what makes it so great, and just how fucking far and like because it's a dark comedy.
Yeah,
it gets creepy, but it's still funny. The logline you just gave me doesn't sound like it's going to get that crazy, especially when the immediate comparison is the modern male trying to make friends in today's society. I'm like, yes, that's a relatable point, but that's not what I think of when I think of that movie.
No, not at all. I think of how this guy is just such a crazy, obsessed, over the board. Yeah.
Right. Unhinged. We got to go back to your review of Obsession.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
It's closer to
that's Jim Carrey. Yeah. Put him in that movie as yeah. But they kind of in the article I was reading compared it to taking it serious, like Fargo, almost the TV series where it's like loosely in that world.
Okay.
So
but not fully the same tone.
Oh, yeah.
Man. See,
so why call it something else?
Yes.
Not like, I don't know what you'd call it, but you don't have to call it The Cable Guy, but I get IP sells.
Yeah. That's one I'm starting to get tired of. Quit slapping the name on one thing and pretending like it's something completely
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This next one we've actually talked about a little bit in passing.
Ooh.
It's been roughly 2 years since Netflix released a new season of its hit reality series, The Circle. Fans, including myself and you, have been on pins and needles wondering if we'd ever see it again. Well, sadly, it turns out Netflix has officially canceled the series. However, it looks like Hulu has ordered a new version of The Circle. In Hulu's version, both everyday players and celebrities will be competing in the competition, and the Hulu version will be filmed in real time, giving viewers access to all the twists and turns and the player ratings unfolding, with audience votes shaping the game. How do you feel about that?
That's exciting. I am here for it. You know, like, yeah, this is definitely one of my guilty pleasure reality shows, but I think it's just because it's such a good reflection of a closed circuit society of just living your life on social media only. And that's your only means of communication. So you start to see what can happen and how things can devolve.
How you can be yourself, how you can be someone else, how you can catfish, how you can be, and just how different, how you can't fully understand a person's intentions by reading.
You can always misinterpret the way something is being represented. You can always, like, there's always a game being played. I think that's part of the charm. And then just the unique personalities. The casting did a wonderful job assembling these groups. But that format makes a lot of fucking sense. Mixing celebrity with your average everyday Joe, that worked so well when they did that in the show.
When they brought in the Spice Girls, that was like, okay, cool.
It's so entertaining. I loved seeing them on there. They were some of my favorite competitors even. There is the real-time aspect of it sounds a lot more interesting, because I didn't like this like drip feed, because you would start getting shit
You get a couple
on
here, a
social,
couple there.
yeah, you get things on social medias that start throwing off. I don't want to hear from any of them, while I'm watching the show.
Yeah, and you can't. That's the beauty. You're not gonna. Yeah. When the show's over, you can, or when they get kicked off.
And then this viewership interaction gimmick sounds great. I'm going to be voting on shit every fucking week.
It kind of makes me think back to the beginning of Big Brother. Like, wasn't there kind of that kind of? Well, did people vote? I don't remember.
I don't remember. Because I couldn't get into Big Brother.
I tried and I gave up.
Yeah,
but I'm excited. I just hope they don't veer off too far. Like, I don't want to lose the magic that was the circle.
Everyone isolate, and that's when people started kind of losing it, being alone for so long. I loved starting to see that well up. So when those like interactive moments would happen, it
like
was like all the energy. Yeah, I'm like, you have to fucking send it. Like that was, yeah. I think this could be fun. It's not the first time a show has changed streamers and have even blossomed, have done even better.
True.
So,
time will tell if that pays off.
Best example of that, I feel. So, here's hoping it gets a Cobra Kai.
Watched. Fuck yeah. I just hope it comes soon, because I can't believe it's been 2 fucking years. I keep saying maybe we'll hear new. And it's funny, I for the past couple of months, I've been Googling, like, is the circle coming back? And I'm just like, maybe I missed something. And it's like, hasn't been canceled, hasn't been renewed. And it's like, fuck you. That means canceled.
Now I'm gonna be rewatching The Circle's background noise. It's gonna enter the rotation.
It's easy to do. I think my favorite is when that one guy was there one season, the next season his mother and brother came, and the mother called emojis. That lady lives rent free in my head. You're gonna talk to that beautiful young gal. You're gonna talk to that girl. You got a good relationship going there. It's like, what?
I forgot about
this. Is weird. You're flirting with
awesome.
Your mom and man. I love that show so much.
Yeah, it's a gem. It truly is. Oh man.
Well, speaking of shows that are gems, Dennis. There's one here that people really love. 8 months ago, the BBC greenlit a new Doctor Who Christmas special. Sadly for Whovians, I'm going to call them Whovians. I think that's what they like to be called. It looks like the showrunner Russell T Davies and producer Bad Wolf. Wow. A fucking gnat just flew in my throat.
Oh man. Oh, that's horrible timing.
That was so weird. Sorry. I gotta take a sip of water and
yeah. Do your thing. Oh man. That's unfortunate timing.
That was terrible. I'm gonna take that over again one more time, folks. Sorry. I feel like it's still there. I don't know. I'm sorry. 8 months ago, the BBC greenlit a new Doctor Who Christmas special. Sadly for Whovians, it looks like showrunner Russell T Davies and producer Bad Wolf have not only canceled the special, but they've exited the series. Now it looks like the show might be over for the foreseeable future. Insiders are claiming that the series as a whole needs a level of surgery that could not be fixed by simply making a holiday special.
It's okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, it's got a long-standing audience that the hardcore Doctor Who fans know their fucking Doctor Who shit. So,
and I feel like a lot of the casting choices they've been making recently have not sat well with a lot of fans. And I guess they were in. They don't even have a doctor chosen yet, because I guess normally I think they reset around the holiday special. So it's like, and they said there was no script written. I think we're both in the same boat here. Neither of us has really watched it. I tried watching it a couple of times at Strickland, but I could never.
I said
it's such a lore.
It's one of those shows. The times I've stopped and actually tried watching an episode.
It's not bad.
It's like I finished the whole thing. When we did have cable and BBC would every once in a while would run the mini marathon of here's 3 or 4 episodes. Sometimes I catch myself because it'd run in from another show or movie I was watching, and it's like, oh shit, I've realized I've just watched 2 whole episodes of Doctor Who, and I got sucked into it. But I never went out of my way to watch it. I've never sought it out, other than years ago, film school, when a lot of our classmates were into it. That was probably the most effort I put into trying to watch it. I respect it though. You know, it's one of those. I'm
no, I do too. Yeah. Since like the 60s or 50s, I think they've been doing it.
Yeah, I think so. At least the early 60s.
And I mean, we've gotten some like big celebrities coming out. Like some of these, like more recent, like a lot of people have blown up from that show, and like a lot of like British actors. That's kind of like their CSI almost, like go and do parts.
Right. I think every generation has had some significant actor as a doctor at some point, and we've had several. I feel at least like the last 3 have all been a huge deal. 4, I guess. But yeah, right. I don't know. It's I you know what? I kind of got to give them some props for recognizing that, respecting their own series, and knowing to like, okay, we got to do a real like this hard reset is going to be really hard, so let's not rush through it. So, good on you for not wanting to just crap out something bad. So
right, yeah, I'm with you. Like, yeah, it sucks for fans who want it, but it's like you're gonna get something more quality rather than just substance thrown at you. So
we've got like 50 fucking years worth of show to watch. So once you go back
and relive it all. Man. All right. It's been nearly 30 years. I feel like that's like the headline for all these stories since Romy and Michelle attended their 10-year high school reunion. Well, fans won't have to wait much longer to see the dynamic duo once again, because Lisa Kudrow and Mia Cervero have shared a photo of themselves on set of the sequel, announcing that production has begun. And it looks like Alan Cummings, Janine Garofalo, Cameron Manheim, Julia Campbell will be reprising their roles from the original film. I can't fucking speak. That fucking Nat got to me, man. Along with newcomers Keegan-Michael Key, Rob Hubel, Becken Meyer, Patrick Warburton, and Nathan Lee Graham have joined the cast. The plot of the film is currently under wraps, but good news is the original film's screenwriter, Robin Schiff, has written this one. How do you feel about them coming back, these new casts, having the original screenwriter? Do you think this is going to work?
That's adding up. That's a lot of good ingredients, man. And this is one of Val's favorite movies. I just watched it a few weeks ago, actually. The first one. And they're so charming. And Mia Savino and oh my god,
Lisa Kudrow.
We just finished The Comeback too. So
you were just talking like she's having a good little resurgence, man. With that
and she's so goddamn talented. I'm excited for this. I think like the added cast, that's amazing. The fact that Alan Cummings is coming back, I hope the whole thing like he and Michelle. Romy's he and Michelle are still together after all this time. That'd be funny. Play up to this dream relationship, you know, like this is all worked out happily ever after for the most part kind of shit. Because it'd be great to just after all this time know they had a little bit of success.
Right. Like they don't gotta lie about making fucking post-it notes anymore or adhesive.
But then what's our what's our hook?
Right.
Then? Why are we here?
And are we at another reunion? What do we do? Like, and there's so many avenues they could go.
Yeah. Because it's if they're only calling it Romy and Michelle 2, that leaves like, is it a wedding? Is it a divorce?
Ooh.
Is it another big life milestone?
Have these two grown apart? Are they come back together? Maybe I doubt that.
I hope. Yeah, so you can't have Romy and Michelle not be like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited for it.
The article also said the original costume designer is coming back, so that's why we get their classic. They want to keep it classic, looking like the clothes they would wear back then.
The loudest from this picture, fucking shit. Yeah, that's perfect. I love that, as it should be.
So, apparently this is going to be streaming on Hulu, so everyone can get it at home. Sucks that I feel like fans probably want to see it on the big screen, but hey, at least you're not going to spend $20 a ticket.
Yeah, it's like they'll save a few million off the prints and advertising,
right?
So I guess you could cut some corners there. You're just different. Yeah, I don't know. Avenues. It would have been cool to see in theaters, but who wants to go to theaters anymore, right?
Not a lot of. Well, no theater this year. The box office has been growing. It's been great.
I just need the people who are actually in the theater to behave
be
like they
respectful.
want to be there to see a fucking movie. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
And I won't go into the
that.
rant.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, that could be a whole episode of it. We've done that way too many times.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yep. All right. Speaking of the theater experience, this next story goes with that. So let's stick with it. After the success of the Spears Interactive The Wizard of Oz experience, the Las Vegas venue has announced that starting in 2027, they will be showing a new AI-enhanced version of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I feel like that's an interesting choice. People love that. And I feel like Vegas, that's where you get people that want to party.
Are they going to give you the toast to throw at the that's awesome. That seems like a natural choice. I know LA had the Wizard of Oz for a minute on their similar
what do they call that? It's a simple name.
Yeah, because I think it's the same company. Because that one's only a half dome. It's not the full sphere, but it's the same concept, and I believe they share the same. Like when something's done playing there, it goes to one of the other.
Because they had like Willy Wonka, I know. I think out there.
Willy Wonka. They did Wizard of Oz. Cosm. Yes.
Los Angeles. Yep.
And then Harry Potter was just rolling.
Damn. Through there. That's gonna be dope.
Oh, they said it was fucking awesome. They so and even still photos that they sent were like the candles in the Great Hall are like hovering over you, and like all of that stuff. Snowfall was like just like holy shit, that sounds amazing.
Right now, I know we talked about a few months ago how much money the Wizard of Oz was raking in. I wonder, this is going to be the test, because I feel like the Wizard of Oz is family friendly. Mm-hmm. Rocky Horror Picture Show, not so much. So
it's a different audience, but it's like I think there's just as much of a different flavor audience for Rocky Horror Picture Show, and especially it's a niche experience. I mean, I believe they sell drinks and stuff there, so you're going to have your on theme cocktails and crap, and you're going to have people showing up in costume, and it's very much a sing along type of movie. So I think it's going to very much appeal to a specific kind of crowd, but just like
that
the same way,
a hardcore fan base.
Exactly. And then I think that's also going to be a great, it's a great diving board, like jumping off point for if someone's trying, like if a fan is trying to get their friend to see it for the first time, that'd be a wild way to see it for the first time. Yeah. So
like you think seeing it with like the whole reenactment at a theater at midnight is an experience. This is a whole ballpark different.
That'd be a trip, man. Yeah, that'd be cool. Again, that would be something I would see. That's right. I think that could be fun.
100%. Well, I don't know if this next one's going to be as fun. Oh, I don't actually have
in the Pussycats.
I don't have a fucking little slug line here, but we'll just roll with it without it. All right, so Wicked producer Mark Platt is developing a new Josie and the Pussycats movie for Sony Pictures. I feel like this kind of goes hand in hand again with talking about fucking Gem and the Holograms and K-pop Demon Hunters, female bands. I mean, they don't fight crime, but it's a similar vein, I think.
A little bit, yeah. It's also like Jabberjaw and what's the speed? The car. What's the one with the fucking car?
Speed Race? No,
not Speed Racer. No,
no, Wacky Racers.
No, because that's the crossover one.
Yeah.
Am I just thinking of Jabberjaw still? Wasn't there a little buggy, like a beach buggy they could talk to?
Oh, I think
another Hanna-Barbera mystery game.
And they cross over a bunch too, like with like Scooby-Doo characters and shit.
Scooby-Doo did crossovers with everybody. Like that was
true.
Like
Scooby-Doo's a whore, man.
No, Scooby-Doo's just so big, everyone wants to be with Scooby-Doo. It's the other way around. It's just like
that's true.
You need a little bit of fan base over there. Yeah, exactly. It's like, all right, you can come on over. You need some attention. All right, come on, fucking hang out with Scooby-Doo. You need some fucking eyeballs in your show? Yeah, I guess. All right. You can guest.
We'll give you some help. Now, I mean, it's interesting the fact that the guy who produced Wicked, which is known for its music, is doing this music theme movie. Do you think that is a smart move, or do you think this is like, we're trying
why
too
not?
hard?
You need some original music in there. That was the part of the charm of the show. And that's the whole point of them. They can't
Yeah.
just do covers the whole time. That would be
That's
kind of
true.
lame for them to be like a
Yeah.
world famous, or at least
Band of their own. Like nobody's paying to go listen to. Oh, they do, but
they do. Yeah, they
not
do.
often,
I would, but
sadly,
not. Yeah,
but
the
at
main-
that worldwide level
yes,
that they're at,
I think. Why not? I suppose.
sure. Yeah,
Um,
it's been what, probably 20 something years since the live action
the
movie
last
came
one,
out,
yes,
which I never saw. Did you see that one?
I did, but it's been probably at least that long since. I remember
Fair
it's
enough.
like one of the first DVDs in the family movie collection that my sisters, I
Oh.
think, picked out. Maybe what?
Nice.
It might have been a VHS. Actually, it's far
Huh.
enough back. It very much could have been, but I remember it was in the family movie collection. I just vaguely remember the movie.
Fair enough. Well, so that was just kind of like softly announced today. So I assume we'll learn a little bit more as the months come on and they start casting. So yeah, fun times
Yeah, it
ahead
could be
with
interesting.
Josie and the gang. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm for it. Let's have some stuff for ladies to go and enjoy. Some young girls have some role models.
I don't know, or like it's more about the recognizable characters centered in the main plot of the story. Like I loved Barbie. That was made for a
100%.
specific audience. That was a fantastic fucking movie.
It became a 4-quadrant. Everyone fell in love with Barbie.
Yes.
Like it's not, and going in, it's like, oh, this is a female-driven movie with female, and it's like, okay, but it's still enjoyable. It's still done well.
Still a human
Nothing wrong with
story
that.
being portrayed by a toy. Like it's
going head to head with the Nolan movie that's a little too on the nose, like about like, oh, we're taking ourselves seriously. Well, this movie is going, well, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah. I think everyone kind of hopes they're going to make the next Barbenheimer. Maybe this is it.
Ooh, what could go up against Josie and the Pussycats?
Now we got to see the whole building of the atomic bomb purely from the perspective of Einstein, and then his crazy life. It's an Einstein biopic, but a very serious. Like it's later in his life, and he's like thinking back to informative moments in his life that has changed him as a person.
But what would it be called? The Einstein and the Cats? No, that doesn't roll off the tongue. Josie and Einstein? No.
Joe Stein.
I like that one. That's a good one.
I was going to say Pussy Stein, but that's probably
I mean,
not.
that one that's like the porn parody of the two put together, man. Oh, man.
Albert Pussycats.
Ooh, Albert and the Pussycats.
Oh, but it's the movie poster's that famous photo of him sticking his tongue out, like
that dirty fuck.
you dirty bastard.
Damn.
Well, we can keep
Yikes.
berating Albert Einstein.
We're not gonna shit on anybody here. Maybe we'll shit on something else here.
Megatron.
Ever since the post-credit scene in Transformers Rise of the Beast, fans have been patiently waiting for Paramount's G.I. Joe Transformers crossover movie. Heck, the studio even hired Jurassic World co-writer Derek Connolly to write the event film. To make things even more confusing, the studio also is developing another Transformers film, which is believed to be a continuation of the story from Rise of the Beast, but it's not going to be related to the G.I. Joe post-credit scene. This film will be written by It Welcome to Derry's writer Jason Fuchs, and it's like, what? So we're going to have a movie... We're going to have two spinoffs from one movie? It makes no sense to me.
That's like when Disney tried to force Sony's hand by putting Venom and Vulture and like when they were drip feeding the Sony villains into the opposing Spider movies and all that. Like it's like, this is never gonna happen, guys. It's never gonna fucking work. Quit showing audience things that are never going to fucking happen. And I think this is what some people's initial reaction to like hearing about the DCU is. It's like, oh, it's not going to be all one interconnected thing. Everyone can have their own stories. I think people forget not that long ago that's how everything the movies were.
Every franchise.
Yes, so for this one in particular, though, that does seem weird because there haven't been any offshoots. If I'm correct,
no, there was Bumblebee, but that was a prequel, so that's how they worked around that situation.
Okay,
yeah, but
otherwise, it's all in the same continuous universe.
I believe so. Yeah.
So then they throw G.I. Joe in there. I guess it's weird because it's like where were the Joes?
Yeah,
the last time
the shit happened.
Shit went down. Where were the Transformers when the Joes were fucking doing their missions? Like the whole where were the Jedi when this was going on in Star Wars?
Bullshit. Yeah. There's no pleasing everybody, but I'm talking shit. But I'll see either movie. I'll see both if they actually happen. But I'm not holding my breath.
I've been away from the mainline Transformers movies long enough. Yeah. But I would check out some fucking G.I. Joe Transformers crossover.
I think anybody would, man.
That would be badass.
Fuck yeah. All right. So another movie we recently talked about not too long ago. Next November, Justin Lin is bringing PlayStation's hit video game Helldivers to the big screen. Earlier this year, it was announced that a Minecraft movie star, Jason Momoa, was set to lead the adaptation. However, now it sounds like the Street Fighter star has exited the film. Sony has made it very clear that the film is in active development, and they're searching for a new star as we speak. Now, I feel like that doesn't bode well. You get someone coming hot off some movies, and then he's leaving.
Who says yes to a lot of things, mind you.
Yeah.
And I think no marks against Jason Momoa. The fact that they were aiming for him already tells you they're going for very recognizable, broad audience poll. Like, are we able to hear about John Cena next?
That's what I was just thinking, right?
Jack Black after him, like he's in the movie too somewhere.
Because I found it funny when they announced this. I'm like, all right, so Minecraft, Street Fighter. I'm like, all right, is he now the video game guy? Because of course we got, like you said, Jack Black. We got fucking Mario Brothers and fucking Minecraft. It's like, are we just hiring the same guy?
It's like we got to mix up who we're seeing in these movies. Otherwise, it's it's going to get confusing for some audience members, and then for others, you're just going to get tiresome. There's more actors. There's more very talented people.
Hell yeah. Or new faces. When you get new faces, it's hard to swallow. It's not as easy to market, but that's how you get new stars. Or someone who's just on the up and come, like someone who we know who needs a little bit.
Give us the old misdirect that the crappy Doom movie had, and you're selling it with who you think the main guy is up front, and then it turns out this is a Carl Urban movie. Who's Carl Urban? I don't know, but you're going to see a whole lot of him here in a few years.
Right? That's all it takes.
I mean, it was just, I only knew him. He was just that side character from Lord of the Rings to me before that.
Yeah.
So, and I want to see more of that. Like, there's definitely a lot of other character actors that could definitely do a lot of damage and carry a lot of weight in this, especially if they're going to be in their fucking helmets most of the movie.
Yes.
You can put any fucking buddy in there.
Yeah, like Mando and Grogu. You don't even have
I forget his name
90% of the time.
Yeah, that dude with the cowboy hat is actually Din Djarin most of the time.
Fucking John Wayne's grandson.
That's right. Yes.
And then a stunt performer. Two different guys coming and going depending on what shots are needed. Make sense?
Oh yeah.
But yet we kind of learned from Doomsday, like they did a couple of weeks without RDJ in the Doom costume, and he's like, this isn't working. Had to go back and shoot it all with him to make it feel authentic for him. And I'm like, that I like that. That probably cost millions of dollars, but fuck it. It's Disney. They got the money. Sony could afford it, I imagine.
So he didn't like not having the mask on?
No. So someone else, like they shot someone else's Doom, and he was just providing the voice and other things. And he didn't like that, so he's like, I want to come and I want to do it. Yeah,
got you. Okay. What a baller!
Right?
That's fucking.
Most
awesome.
people are like, easy money, do voiceover, but it's like, no, I want it to feel like me and my Mandarin, and it's like, good,
because he did a fair amount of that for Iron Man, didn't he?
Yeah, Iron Man, yeah.
So
because a lot of times we didn't even have the fucking mask on all the time as Iron Man. Yeah. Always like went back into the suit.
Or we're seeing, we're either seeing face through it or he's popping the mask off. Like, you're right. There is a good amount of actual RDJ in the frame.
Like, I want to come up with names for Helldivers, but I don't really know people. Like, it's like, I could just name people of the stature of, like, what are we, Alan Richardson? That's always the go-to big hulky guy, but it's like,
I think he's the next, he's the next big guy in the circuit to get added to things. I just don't think he's as strong as an actor
No.
as the other two big guys.
Which isn't in the news here because I was like, fuck that. But we'll mention them. They already greenlit a fucking War Machine 2. That terrible tank movie. Apparently that did big numbers on Netflix.
No. Oh my God. Well, I believe it. I know a lot of people that have seen it, and there was a lot of people that liked it. So,
yep.
You can read all sorts of silly things on there about that.
That's very true. All right. Up next, Hugh Jackman is currently starring as Robin Hood in A24's dark reimagining of the classic character, and now it looks like the Wolverine star is about to bring another classic literature character to life. This time, he'll star in an adaptation of Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island, in which he'll be playing the dastardly pirate Long John Silver. The film will be written by adolescent writer Jack Throne, and it'll be produced by Scott Free. I feel like, why not?
Cool. Yeah. I actually read this book as a kid. It's been a long time. I don't recall all the details, but there's a lot of adventure and a lot of that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Not sure how I feel about this AI rendering of Hugh Jackman as a pirate, but it makes sense. I get it.
Sometimes you just gotta pull, like, it's like, I guess I'll pull. There was this or a very shredded, bearded version, and I'm like, this one looks a little more. I want to know why he's got a cane.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, it's funny. I guess I didn't see it. I kind of thought he was just holding up like a,
or maybe he's holding a gun. I don't know,
a staff, or like, so he can dictate orders and things.
Stick,
right?
That makes sense.
But again, does Long John Silver have a peg leg? That could be.
I don't know. I base all my Treasure Island stuff off of Muppets Treasure Island.
It is not Tim Curry. It is not Tim Curry. I'm sorry.
It could be. They need to get Curry back.
Hey, I had that
back into the game.
Oh shit! I did that. I have on VHS as well. So right there with you.
Although I hear a lot of people love Treasure Planet. I keep saying I gotta watch it. I've never seen it.
That is true. It does.
That's one of the most loyal adaptations. But I like the fact that Hugh Jackman is going out there and taking these, like, it's like he hasn't found the right thing since trying to leave Wolverine behind. And I'm like, I rewatched Song Sung Blue a couple of weeks ago with my mom, and I'm like, this is a good. I want more him, not just him as Wolverine. I want more of him trying things. I'm looking forward to going out this week and seeing him as a grizzled old fucking. I mean, yeah, we've seen him as grizzled old Wolverine, but as
Robin Hood looks good.
Robin Hood, that's gonna be fun, I think.
Yeah.
So if you can bring that energy,
especially with that title, you're just like, oh, he's gonna fucking die. Okay, well,
yeah.
How is he going down? Like, let's see.
We're gonna find out.
That's fucking great.
In the trailer's him talking about, yeah, I'm gonna die. I've done some bad shit. Don't believe that I'm a good guy. And it's like, all right. But that probably means he probably is. But it's an A24 movie, so maybe I don't know. I'm intrigued. But I don't know him as a pirate. Why not?
Sure.
Although.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet, have we?
I think he did like a Peter Pan type movie, and it was very weird looking.
Yes, it was called Les Mis.
No, not that. Hugh Jackman pirate movie. I love how we know movies, but not this one.
Right.
Pan. Oh, Pan. Okay, yeah, Pan. And he was bald and very weirdly wearing like something that looks like it'd be like on a dark version of fucking Kraven the Hunter. What a weird looking movie. Greg Berlanti produced it.
That's right.
Garrett Hedlund, Rooney Mara, Amanda Seyfried.
That's right. Wow. Didn't it kind of like quietly get released by comparison? Because wasn't there something else big out at the time? Because I remember driving by, seeing a billboard and be like, huh?
It had $150 million budget and only got 129 million worldwide. Oof. So it was a flop. Oof. 2015. Yeah.
Ooh.
So maybe he wants to make up for that pirate movie by doing a better one.
At least this one, he might get to shoot somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did he in the other? I don't know.
I didn't see it. We were in school. No, we were out of school at that point. I just had no interest.
Let's say, not long out of school, so we were probably interning or had a job somewhere.
I had shitty day jobs. All right, this next one I kind of like. Staying in the realm of action movies. Anna Taylor-Joy has joined the cast of The Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. The Furiosa star will be playing Siren, a Sindar elf of the Woodland Realm, a trusted and lethal agent of King Thrandu. I know I'm saying that word wrong, but I like her as a warrior kind of elf type character.
Yeah,
I think that'd be fun.
I can't recall something I've been let down by a performance of hers. So
right, even if the movie's bad, she's been good in it.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I'm here for it. I'm not familiar with this corner of the this end of the timeline here, but I am intrigued, just given Andy Serkis is so, and this is his movie. So
and Jackson's behind it. Yeah,
like these are some of the biggest. I mean, all it's missing is Stephen Colbert. It's like, watch, he's in it somewhere.
He was writing. So, I mean, he was in the Hobbit movies in the background. I bet he's writing a fucking Lord of the Rings movie, so he'll probably pop up somewhere.
He's gonna be the fucking Bruce
He'll
Campbell
connect the worlds
of the Lord of the Rings movies.
I'd be fine with that.
That would be awesome.
Man. From the Daily Show to the Schreier.
I can't imagine that man being much happier than that happened.
Oh, not. I mean, not even saying anything, he'd be happy. Like just a tiny little background, like he was in the Hobbit films. Fuck. Well, yeah, I'm excited for it. I feel like you're excited for it. It sounds like so.
For sure.
Kudos to them, man. Keep adding some more cool cast members to that.
Yep.
But speaking of Furiosa, Matthew Bellany claims that George Miller is currently shopping around a final Mad Max film and a follow-up TV series to end the franchise. Naturally, since Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, lost them a pretty penny, Warner Brothers has passed on the project. However, it looks like Amazon, Universal Pictures, and Sony Pictures are interested in taking over the reins of the Wasteland saga. How do you feel about doing one more movie in a show? Does that just sound like wish fulfillment for George Miller? Or do you think that would
I don't think that's incorrect, but I'm also excited to see more. I enjoyed Furiosa, but it lost some of the texture, not having nearly as much practical effects. Fury Road was so impactful and so big.
Practical.
It was just a fucking orgy for your eyes, and it was incredible. Furiosa, it was so obvious. It wasn't nearly as much of those
that kind of worked for me. Like, it's funny, I hated the Road Warrior movies. The OGs didn't do it for me. I liked Fury Road, but Furiosa, I saw that bitch twice in theaters, and that was like a 3-hour movie almost, man. Like,
it was killer. It was a great fucking movie. I've seen it a couple times since it was in theaters. I like this world though. I'm also I'm a sucker for apocalypse films, especially these like late apocalypse films where its society has now rebuilt itself into some other misshapen freak version of itself, and like these relearned words and the recycled uses of things. It's great. I think it's a fucking awesome world. I just hope if they go back to making another movie that make it fucking big. I mean, really go for it, because that's I think it's the only way to go. Not like Fast and the Furious go for it, but
yeah, if this is going to be the end, go all out. Like, all right, my question is, do you think they'd go with a continuous Tom Hardy, or do you go back to Mel Gibson? Do you do an old man Max, or do you do the young Max, or do you stick with Furiosa? And if you do you bring Anna Taylor back, or do you bring Charlize back? Or do you mix everything?
So I think the part of the initial, from what I recall, the initial drive of these stories, and what I think is easily forgotten, is that at the beginning of every one usually has some sort of narration. Someone else is telling the story. So as an audience, what we're actually seeing and experiencing is someone else reciting a story they know about Mad Max, and they know about Furiosa, that there's a good chance the reason why he looks different in all these movies, it's because this is just how this person's deciding to tell the story. To me, I think you could get away with that, recasting Max, recasting Furiosa, or there's no Furiosa at all, and it's him on another adventure entirely, which is how the original trilogy was formed. There's very little connection from one film to the next, other than he's been through more. He's just gained more experience. But whatever, like, his world is different almost every time.
Yeah, makes sense then.
Because that kind of happens in Fury Road. It's not 1,000% where exactly we are in the timeline, because it seems like it's before Thunderdome, but it's after Road Warrior, or after Road Warrior.
Huh. Did not know that.
Because for him to still have his car, was it Black Beauty or whatever? I forget what he calls it. For him to still have that car, it has to be within a certain point in time. So, but that's getting beside the point. I think because it almost works as an anthology, which is honestly what I hope the series is. It's like these all should be tales of the wasteland, more so to speak. Different perspectives of things Max has done.
Yeah.
He's a campfire tale and he's a urban legend more than like this is a real guy we see all the time.
So that takes me to another question then, as you're saying this. If someone were to buy it, but they're like, we'll either do a movie or we'll do a series, where would you like to see it go?
I think movie, because it's the scale I want.
Okay.
I want it on the big screen. I want it to be big. I will watch this. If it ends up being a series, I would still watch it. Obviously, we've seen that work well in things like Twisted Metal, but this is a very different story from that. So it's all about the scale and perspective with this one.
I am happy you mentioned that. I knew there was something I was forgetting in the news section here. So let me get rid of this picture in this scroll so we can talk about this little casting news that came out this week. It's being reported that a new star is joining season 3 of Twisted Metal, Dennis. A little actor known as Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Possibly playing Sweet Tooth's father.
Oh my God. It's funny. I just saw that headline and read it yesterday. I got so excited when I saw that. And his sense of humor and his acting style will be a perfect fit for that world.
Right.
It's going to be so awesome.
It's like that was such smart casting. I feel, even if it's not Sweet Tooth's dad, like no matter who he is, it's like he could be a kind old man. He could be an asshole. He could be in between. But I feel like you got to go dark and twist it with them and Twisted Metal.
But say somewhere between like his character in The Long Walk and like
that's what I'm picturing.
The Joker, like it's got to be. He's got to have a twisted edge, but some sort of sense of justice in a way. But like his version, I can see that. That's that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great.
I can't wait, dude. All right, let me find my scroll here. I can't believe I forgot that, but I'm happy you mentioned Twisted Metal. It's like, yes, perfect. All right, so our next story also came out earlier. Sony is in active development on 24 Jump Street. Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum, and Ice Cube are in talks to return for the comedy. The script is written by Megan Molly, Rodney Rothman, and Jonah Hill. And Rothman, who is a director on the Spider-Verse movies, is taking over the directing reins on this from Lord and Miller. How do you feel? Do you think this is coming a little too late? Is it interesting that we're skipping 23? What's your take on all this?
I was just gonna say I got super excited because I thought that was Megan Mullally.
Yeah, I did too when I first read it.
And I was like,
it's Malloy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd love to see, because it's like, all right, her husband was in the first movie, so that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, oh, this is kind of like their humor.
Like I've never seen her write before, but I love that.
I don't know. I'm kind of like, they were already too old in the first one. So you didn't get younger. So I'm curious, like, are they going to be the handlers for like the next generation of 21 Jump Street cops? Like,
is it sad that like I kind of hope, I mean, on the title page here, they write, it took so long that we had to skip one, aka to be 24. But I think my theory is Channing Tatum for years has said 23 MIB 23 was one of the best scripts, funniest scripts he's ever read. Like, I just feel like that was too much for the studio to make. What if this movie starts with them as MIB agents and they're getting neuralized, and then so whatever happened, it's like, all right, clearly 23 happened, but we don't know anything about it because they don't remember, and now we're just at 24.
Oh my God, I want that to be just like cold open in the beginning of the movie. It's them getting neuralized, and then we just see two black like suits walk away.
Like maybe
nothing
we get
else.
Tommy Lee Jones or Will Smith or not, or like you said, it's just neuralized, walk away. Yep,
it's them, but they don't say a word, and we just see like the back of their heads just walking out of frame. Yeah, and then they're just like, or the only line of dialogue we get from one of them is like reverting back to the exact year that 22 Jump Street took place. Like that's the last thing they remember is the conclusion of that. And
oh man,
all right, and here you are. Like that would be funny. That'd be a great way to make that, put that little reference in there. I don't know though. That's a very specific.
A push. Yeah.
Who owns the rights to it now? Is it still Universal?
Well, it's all Sony. Sony owns all this, so it goes hand in hand.
Well, shit.
But yeah, but it's interesting because I feel like Jonah Hill's kind of stepped back from acting for a while, and he's been writing and directing, but his stuff hasn't really hit much. So for him to, he did write the stories for the previous two. So for him to come in with these other two writers and write the script, I'm hoping, but not having Lord and Miller back as the directors kind of scares me a little bit.
The pacing, it was something about the pacing of the first one is I think what really added a lot to the humor and gave the cast enough breathing room to play the characters the way they wanted to, while still keeping the movie interesting and pushing it along. Getting to see our former teacher from our former college.
Caroline. Yep.
And her, one of my favorite fucking lines in the movie is hers. Isn't that a dick on your face? What kind of sick? Just her whole rant after the party is just fucking.
Oh yeah. I love that. She's great in that movie.
Yes, wonderful.
Or then her at that parents' dinner with Ice Cube in 2022.
Oh God, I completely forgot about that. My God.
Yeah. But I was watching, listening to a podcast, and someone's like, "Yeah, we're not getting the MIB, but what if it was a crossover with Jack Bauer, and that's why it's 24 Jump Street?"
See, I can't. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Yeah.
No, that's two different studios altogether. Yeah. But I'm like, that would be fucking amazing.
Come on, Disney, let Jack Bauer go out and play.
Or it's like, do you go with whatever the fake 24 Jump Street was at the end, since they had all those fake trailers at the end of the last movie, like baking school or whatever it was, or flight school?
Oh, you make it like a vocation school of some kind.
Something.
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Or do they just go to night school? There's so many places to go.
Very specific. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited, but nervous at the same time, because I feel like those two movies alone were perfect, and I've always wanted more. But like you said, they were already too old in the first movie.
They're the teachers now,
maybe,
so they have to be there the whole school and still have to like teach a class, because that would be funny to like they'd be so inept, or it's like, oh, I'll just be a gym teacher. That should be easy, right?
Turns out didn't we find out that was it Janko or Schmidt? Which one? Shannon's character was kind of smart when he was with the science bros or whatever. Like, wasn't he?
Oh, that's right. That's right. And it turns out he's like really into it.
Yeah. So he could be a good teacher, but Jonah Hill, I don't know what he would fall into.
I think there's a lot of ways to play with it. But
true.
I'm with you. After this long, who asked for this? All right, I hope it's good at least.
Sure.
If you're already excited, if you're more excited for a script that will never be released, then it makes me nervous about whatever the fuck this is then. So
right. We'll find out. Hopefully we're wrong here, Dennis.
Yeah.
Speaking about being wrong, many rumors have been floating around about the Batman Part 2 lately. Well, now that production has started, we're getting a little more clarification on some things surrounding the highly anticipated film. One of the biggest developments of the past few days is the fact that Sebastian Stan is not playing Harvey Dent in the film. Instead, he is now rumored to be playing the hitman turns villainous serial killer, Victor Zsasz. This all comes from Jeff Snyder, who says he got this from 3 reliable sources. Additionally, now it's rumored that Charles Dance isn't playing Dent's father. Instead, he'll most likely be playing the head of the Court of Owls and the father to Scarlett Johansson's character, who most likely will take over the Court of Owls from him, and she won't be Gilda Dent. But my favorite part of all this news, like, I could care less about who Scarlett and Charles are playing, but Brian Tyree Henry is now supposedly the actor who's going to be playing Harvey Dent, and I love him.
Oh, he's
and that's
wonderful.
why I'm saying Charles Dent could still be his father. Scarlett Johansson could still be his wife. So it's like I'm hoping that door's still open.
Yeah. No, it's like these are all very talented people. I have no doubt they can play those roles very well. I'm excited about Sebastian Stan playing Victor Zsasz though.
Yes,
he's supposed to be one of the most like fucked up villains
he
in Batman
carves
Rogues
like
Gallery.
fucking. Doesn't he like carve in each fucking person he kills as like a fucking Roman numeral into his skin or something?
Something like
after he kills?
yeah. So he's all mutilates himself. He leaves horrific crime scenes, and he's
Because
like,
it's weird.
Yeah.
The past couple of months, Sebastian's been going out and like he's been getting muscled and like he's bald, and it's like, why would Harvey Dent need to be a muscular bald man to be a DA? That's kind of odd.
There we go.
Yeah, but how do you feel about Brian Tyree Henry being Harvey Dent?
Oh yeah, no, like I said, I have no doubt he could pull it off. That man is so incredibly talented. I
just hope he gets to do more than fucking our man Lando Calrissian got to do in his version of Harvey Dent. I hope he actually gets to make that two-face turn. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess that really depends on how long they want to run this film series out. You know, because I don't want them to Spider-Man 3, Raimi Spider-Man 3, and give us way too many villains. I'm like, you should have picked one or two of those guys, and that should have been it. So, as long as we're not getting too many villains, because that's starting to sound pretty stacked up.
True. Now, also in this article that came out, is that yes, Colin Farrell will return as the Penguin in here, but probably not too much, like a couple of scenes. Yeah. But it's been announced that we're not getting a second season of the Penguin now, and there's some murmurs that we might get a Poison Ivy film based in this world, but a lot of people are saying they can't picture Poison Ivy fitting into this universe. How would you feel about a Poison Ivy in this world?
I'm curious, how would you write a character that is very fantastical and has grown into something that's very, very over the top, very big and lavish sort of set pieces. Yeah, exactly. This whole world, there's like magic isn't a thing. Like high-tech gadgetry exists, but not so heavily reliant upon it that you still using true detective work to get solve these
my
things.
Only thought could be maybe she's like an eco-terrorist, but still that's not really who
some sort of eco or biological terrorist that's using
like she just knows how to use
then it's like, how do you differentiate that enough from like the way you did Scarecrow that it's like these, I guess he didn't really use the poisons and stuff really quite so much.
True.
Well, no, he did.
People hallucinate and do what he wanted. They were like his puppet.
That's
so
the thing. Is
do
like
something similar, but not do that same story.
And there've been so many Joker stories where he's, going to poison the city's water, going to release a gas, and the blah blah blah. Like I'd be interested to see how they would make that work in that world. Because he's got so many like more normal villains too that are just criminals.
True.
It's like Punisher is closer than most other things.
That's accurate. But who would you like to see play a Poison Ivy in this world? Like,
man, see that's the thing. That it comes back to that. How are we portraying her?
Yeah, so many different avenues you could take. Like I was going to say, we mentioned Bryce Dallas Howard earlier. I like her, but it's like just because she's red, like anybody can dye their hair red, I guess.
I was almost like, you know what, Zendaya's on a fucking kick. Let's give her.
Oh, that's true.
I think she could be a badass Poison Ivy if it was like we're describing. If she's like this ecologically motivated,
really good
domestic terrorist. Yeah, and it's like it's.
Like she gets to do the polar opposite of what she's doing in Dune. Like she gets to really be the villain here, and but like she has that appeal, and she can seduce the people enough. And I like that. Speaking of which, we just found out that her and Tom Holland are officially married.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's neat. Those guys are cute together. I'm glad they're making it work.
Hell yeah, those kids.
That's awesome.
I hope they make it and they don't end up. It doesn't.
Right. Enjoy a beer.
Yeah. Exactly. Which, did you hear the story that apparently he's been like ID'd just to buy it at like certain stores, and he's like, "This is my alcohol, my drink."
That's actually hilarious. It's like, isn't it? It's non-alcoholic too. So
non-alcoholic.
Why are you carding someone for a non-alcoholic beer?
People are fucking dumb-dumbs.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. I mean, he does look like a man baby, so.
He really does.
If he's
He
clean
does.
shaven, I
Have we
get
ever
it.
seen him with like facial hair and shit? I can't think of any.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Huh.
Yeah, I guess I don't think so.
Interesting.
Because he was clean shaven in what's that? That Southern Robert Pattinson movie.
Oh, yeah. Netflix original, yeah. That Cherry movie, I think he was clean shaven.
Yeah.
Then he was a child and everything else, so that'd be weird if he had a beard back in the day.
Little kid just gets this fucking ZZ Top.
See, that's what they should have done. They should have given him a beard in Brand New Day because he's so sad and pathetic and in the dumps. It's like,
and if he gets the symbiote suit, that's in the comics that happened. He stopped shaving when he started carrying the
just
symbiote.
merged to him.
And it was like the dark mode fucking Peter.
Nice. I like that. That's dope. Well, that's gonna do it for our news section here, Dennis. Hopefully it was fun for people to listen and watch.
I hope so too. But if that wasn't fun for you, maybe this next segment will be. Let's throw out some polls.
Yeah.
Polls.
Oh man, my mouth was so dry. I was so excited for that song to kick in. Oh man. All right. On episode 241, I reviewed the latest Paul Rudd movie, Power Ballot. Out of Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, Knocked Up, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I Love You, Man, I wanted to know which was the Toasty's favorite Paul Rudd comedy. Dennis, what's your take on this?
Damn. I kind of just want to default to Anchorman. Like, although I have a soft spot for I Love You, Man, because
me too.
The journey they go on it is a relatable thing, and it is a thing. Like, it is hard for guys to do that.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, making friends as adult men. It's hard, and that was the opposite of the whole Cable Guy situation.
Exactly,
for the most part.
Right? Oh, fuck, yeah. I'm torn between those two because I love the fucking what is it?
Brian Fantana.
Sex Panther
by Odeon.
It works 70% of the time, all the time.
That smells like straight gasoline.
His character in that was so brilliant, and the way he carried it was so fucking fantastic. I laugh every time, and it takes a certain talent. So it's somewhere between my affection for I Love You, Man and the hilarity of Anchorman for me.
You know, it's sad. Like, all these movies are like in my top, like 40-Year-Old Virgin's in my top, Anchorman's in my top of like top 5, top 10. And I love Knocked Up and I Love You, Man. Like, they're in constant rotation. Like, I own them on physical, but it's tough. Like, he doesn't get enough to do in Knocked Up, but then he gets This Is 40 where he gets more to do. I like
version. He's not as much. So he's way more support. You don't get him nearly as much.
He was still on the rise. He wasn't Paul Rudd yet. He was coming off of like Friends and stuff.
He was that guy on Friends.
The piano singer. Was his name Paul in that?
No, because that's the whole joke. Mike. Because the way they meet is Mike, as Joey walks into a coffee shop and he just starts calling out the name Mike because he was supposed to have a blind date for Phoebe.
That makes sense then. But yeah, I'm tossed up. Like, he's great as Brian, but yeah, I Love You, Man. I love that character so much, and he definitely gets the shine in that movie. Yeah, it's tough, but let's find out what the Toasties had to say because I could go back and forth all day on this. 0% for I Love You, Man. So that's what I'm saying. Were you at the screening?
Love you, Toasties.
Did you come to that test screening at Paramount with me and whomever? And then we ran into a producer talked to. They gave root beer floats with a little straw. Oh, it was pretty sick. No, and I always wonder if that's why I liked it so much. But no, I was they just don't make comedies anymore. It was a great screening. All right, 0% sadly, 20% for the 40-Year-Old Virgin. It makes sense because he didn't get much to do, like we said. Yeah, 20% for Knocked Up, or I guess he did. I don't know, 60% for Anchorman. So that makes sense. Now I gotta say, Anchorman is one of my all-time favorites, but Anchorman: The Legend Continues, not so much. So I feel like I gotta rewatch it, but
every time I try to watch it, I end up turning it off. I just
That's
can't
what I imagine,
fucking
yeah.
do it. It's so not the first one that it's just it's
and they
just
tried so hard and it just didn't pay off. You know what I do watch every now and again? The little side movie Wake Up Ron Burgundy, which is all deleted scenes from Anchorman because they shot so much shit. They have a whole side movie.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's good. It's on, like, I think I rented it at one point on Netflix. They briefly had it, but I finally like owned it when I got the Mahogany edition on Blu-ray. Like, they put out a very special edition of Anchorman.
That's cool. I'm like, that's such a unique thing. See, that's the shit we're missing from streamers. Although I say that, but I do appreciate who is it? Disney's been starting to upload some of their like the DVD extra shit.
Yeah.
On a couple movies I saw, I was like, oh fuck, can rewatch the whole movie with this commentary track or this
right.
This behind the scenes thing was attached to it. I'm like, that's how it should be. I miss all that stuff.
You know what I should have put in there to replace one of these movies? I was so tempted to put Role Models because he got more to do opposite Sean William Scott Role Models.
Yeah. And the chemistry was fantastic.
Off the charts. Yeah.
Yes. No, man. Oh, that would have been
knocked up.
Maybe it's instead of knocked up. Yeah, I was about to say that or
40 or
I feel like it's not much different screen time between those
right.
two.
Like, because he got more to do in those, and I was tempted to put Clueless on there, but I'm like, yeah, I mean, he was still a main character.
Oh yeah,
but, yeah,
the same main gross storyline.
Yeah,
he's like my brother,
weird.
but I'm in love with him.
So bizarre. So bizarre. All right, up next we have another poll here, Dennis. We tag team a review of Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu. So I wanted to know, out of Caravan of Courage, an Ewok Adventure, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, Solo, a Star Wars story, and Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu, which was the Toasty's favorite non-Skywalker saga movie? Dennis, where do you fall in this camp? I could guess, but I'm not gonna.
You know what? After just we got a little bottom scroll.
Oh shit! Yep. Thank you. I feel like you've recently watched Solo, but for me,
yes,
I think I would go. I would go Rogue One probably.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. It probably was. I think it's Rogue One. It's Rogue One for me too. Solo is just very close behind that for me.
It's not far.
Yeah. And then honestly, Mandalorian Grogu is not far behind Solo for me either.
Terrible. Yeah.
No, it's not. I think it's getting way too much shit. I do not agree with some of the criticism I find strange, but whatever. Sure. That's your taste. Caravan of Courage, fucking gnarly. That is probably the most brutal out of all of them. You want to watch a child lose their entire family, or is it the second one? I don't know. Those things are so fucking gnarly.
Right.
But good on them. Good on. Yeah. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you on Rogue One though.
Fair enough. All right, let's see what the Toasties have to say. 0% for Solo. I guess that kind of makes sense. Sucks. I thought you had a couple of votes.
90% for Rogue One, if not 100. I think it's going to lean that. That's my guess. It leans that heavy.
Probably 20% for The Mandalorian and Grogu.
No fucking way.
Right? This is a surprise.
You gotta be fucking kidding. Who's trolling us? This is
Rick, this is real.
Rick, how many accounts do you have?
For Caravan of Courage.
He waited
40% for Rogue One.
Get the fuck out of here.
And Rogue this One was for two separate like it came from I put together from both YouTube's results and Threads. Caravan of Courage held on both of those. It was surprising, and I just merged them.
Fucking people, you're wild, Toasties.
I was for a while. Caravan was in the first slot, and then it kind of evened out with.
They're trolling us, man. They're fucking trolling us.
I don't know. Man. I think it's nostalgia sometimes.
Have you seen? Oh, I won't. I will never argue nostalgia because that's always what the individual carries in their heart. That personal significance. Have you ever watched it?
Haven't been since it was like on TV and I recorded it on a VHS tape. It's at least 25 years, and that's being generous. 25, probably like 30 years.
as I would say, next Star Wars, next May the 4th, man, maybe give it a shot. Because it's what's funny is like you would assume that one's got to be totally way more Adam Speed. It's like one of the darkest fucking Star Wars stories ever made.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's also wildly confusing where in the timeline it takes place, because although we meet Wicket, and it's awesome that he's still played, because they filmed these right after they filmed Return of the Jedi.
Makes sense.
So Warwick Davis,
everyone together.
He had some cool stories about what it was like getting to make these, and how it was like going to summer camp, because they were the stars. The kids were the stars, so it was all about them. And they shot their own little Star Wars movies on the side. They were given a video camera and were shooting their own scenes between takes and stuff. And it's crazy.
That's pretty dope, though.
The creatures are cool. I like all the added aliens and the others, like just showing that it's not just Empire versus Rebels all the time. This is really the first time we've seen in media, aside from this Christmas special, this is the first time we've seen other stories occurring in this Star Wars universe.
That's true. Yeah. And then we had like the animated Ewok stuff, which was
and droids.
Yeah.
But that goes back to the Skywalker stories.
Yeah. I like how they give like the main boy like a Luke Skywalker style haircut and look almost, and it's like, come on, he's not Luke.
And he's like from what I remember,
I just want to go
really
to
not
Tashi
good.
Station.
This kid sucks at being the hero. The little girl is like
the little girl looks like the badass.
I want to say she kind of is
nice,
but it's about the Ewoks, really. Like,
yeah, I mean they should shine.
Don't worry about
Maybe
the parents.
Maybe one day we'll get a Porgs movie. Fuck the parents. Fuck them. They've had their time to shine.
You don't have to worry about them long.
Hey, it's like every classic Disney movie. Parents don't have to live.
That's right.
Kids need to grow up and be sad. All right. Speaking of being sad.
Yeah. Jesus.
Wow. I guess we can get into the main throes of this show with the little thing we like to call reviews.
Let's do it.
Lights, camera, action. It's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gon' blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist with brain.
All right, Dennis, you, my friend, are the first scientist with bling with a little movie here. Oof. You want to tee it up?
Oh, dude, hell yes, I do. And speaking of bling, this is like the most fucking bling right here. I'm going to be reviewing a 1996 cult classic, Kazam.
Shaquille O'Neal in the story of a genie trapped in a boombox.
I am Kazam.
The kid who set him free.
I own you, don't I?
Technically.
Let's go right now.
And a friendship that's all attitude.
I'm gonna kick your butt.
Dream on, loser.
Shaquille O'Neal. Woo! Kazam.
Here's a tip. What's the point of shoes?
Rated PG.
Woo!
All right. Yes, this Shaquille O'Neal vehicle was, I remember the staggering amount of advertising that was involved in not only this film, but the other films and his album that were coming out around this time. This is everything else Shaq was trying to do but basketball. Peak like Shaq popularity, I would have to argue too. Starring Shaquille O'Neal, Francis Capra, and a recognizable face, Nally Walker, from a lot of other television series and films. Telling the story of a young boy in New York that has stumbled across a 3,000-year-old genie, inadvertently rubs his lamp, and not anything foul. Releasing the genie, he's free again, and now he has the classic, all right, you've got 3 wishes. But this child has something else on his mind. He's found out his estranged father is back in town, and he wants to find him and seek him out and meet his dad. He ran out on him and his mom so young that he doesn't really have any memory of him at all. So he, as he's trying to track down his club managing father, who's a real sleazebag, come to find out he's a part of some sort of black market. What do you call it? They're making mixtape, like they're selling underground CDs, black market CDs and shit.
Fair enough.
All
Pirates.
bootlegged. Yeah, it's like they're selling bootlegs of these artists coming through this club. This is some huge criminal organization that he's a part of. Meanwhile, we got Kazam, the genie. He's fallen for hip hop. He just thinks it's the coolest fucking thing, and he's just a natural savant at being a rapper, as Shaq would do. Does this sound like a fucking messy handful of mushy?
No, it sounds
whatever.
Sounds perfectly makes sense.
So it's funny. I remember as a kid loving this.
I just said,
yeah. This is the there was such a strong phase of wish fulfillment films targeted towards children and families. This is one of many that came out in the few years surrounding this one. And like I said, it had a lot of press. Now my takeaway rewatching it now. Okay, the movie's bad. It still doesn't hold up. Guess what? It's still not a good movie. But
damn,
it is funny to see this time capsule of the 90s and like the wardrobe, the music, even the dialogue, the way they talk sometimes. It is kind of fun to take this like trip back and hear and see some of these things, even when it's like back when you'd pop into VHS and there was ads for other movies coming out in video before that.
Which the clip we played, that was a VHS ad for Kazam. And it sounded like a fake ad now. If you were to hear that, I had to be like, is this real? Is this legit? Because this sounds like a parody ad of a movie.
Right. And it goes by so fast. But yeah, that used to be the norm. It's those, I remember those key scenes because, I saw that 1,000 times before all the other movies I watched. So the wardrobe is fascinating, especially Shaq. Every fucking thing had to be custom made for that man. But it looks awesome. The sets are actually pretty fucking amazing. Like the little hideout that Max built for himself did all this crazy wiring and has all these like simple machines that he fashioned. He actually did a wonderful job, the production did a wonderful job of building up all this world, and I thought it looked great. They had fun with the music, the original music too. The ridiculous like music video-esque breakdowns that the film has. It's so 90s that it kind of has its own charm in this time capsule way, like I was saying before.
Fair enough.
But goddamn, is it rough to get through? And the logic of the plot makes no fucking sense. This guy literally can grant 3 wishes of whatever the fuck you want. He could have simplified the search for his father and not only had the search handled, but got his father. Like he could have figured out all these other things, abiding by the rules he establishes. By the way, can't bring back the dead, can't make anyone fall in love with you. Affairs of the heart, kind of thing, whatever. But physical things he can manipulate. Whatever, it's cute though. I get why you had to make something like this. What you just had to fucking go for it, and they spent some money on it because it's. I want to say it did actually, $20 million budget, but it did make more than its money back. It was like 60 million or something internationally. So like, although it wasn't a juggernaut hit, it did way better in home video sales. And then it was a good 20 years later, and it turned into this cult classic.
I think what I like the most about this movie is the Mandela effect of Shazam starring Sinbad and everyone swearing to God they've seen it.
I'm like, I've never heard of this until I was doing research.
Really?
Until I was looking up notes for this. I'm like, that was never a thing for me.
You never ran across people like that?
No.
Damn. Oh,
not the Shazam Sinbad thing. I've never heard this before.
Huh. Oh, interesting.
I'm like, because it's like there's so many other wish fulfillment 90s movies.
Sure.
We just recently watched it. We had company over. We're watching movies that they hadn't seen before. We had a couple things on recently. So like going from heavyweights to like Blank Check to like Sister Act and a few other things of like this era of
Did
films.
You not watch Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit?
And
we're gonna watch
back to back.
Friend.
That's exactly what I did. In fact,
it's the only way to watch Sister Act, my friend.
Yeah, it's a funny little slice of American film history, I think. And I think it's just like a novelty that can still be appreciated, but goddamn is it a bad movie. Depending on how you phrase what a bad movie is.
Sure.
Are you having fun watching it? Then I still think it's an enjoyable film, but Jesus, don't think about the plot for more than a second because you'll unravel as soon as you start pulling at that thread. But we'll set that aside. I'm going to give Kazam 1.5 slices of toast. It's
all right.
It was fun to revisit, but Jesus, it was kind of like, well, it was tough to get through story wise, dialogue wise. And those are kind of critical things for watching a movie over again for me.
Fair enough. I feel like in 20, 30 years from now, people will say that about my next movie here, Dennis. I have a movie that recently came out, and it was a mega bomb at the theaters. I'm talking about Masters of the Universe.
Let me show you what real power looks like.
You can try.
I have the power!
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it.
Somebody wants to brawl. The universe shall quake and must shudder.
We're gonna take back our home together.
Yeah. Masters of the Universe. Only theaters June 5th.
All right. So I saw this movie twice now. The first time I saw it after a long day of work, and I was coming and going out of consciousness. But I'm like, I really want to see it. Opening night, IMAX, empty fucking theater. Guy sitting 2 seats down from me, probably slightly older than me. I feel like we were the only two in the theater eating this stuff up. So the plot, pretty simple here. We start off here with a young Prince Adam on Eternia, kind of training. We see that he's not taking his training wisely. He's not taking it seriously. His dad, the king, is ashamed of him, calls him out. And like the dad's man at arms is like, hey man, it's all good. You just got to pick yourself back up and everything will be fine. And then poof, a couple minutes later, Skeletor and the gang pops through, seizes power, and essentially imprisons everyone. But before that happens, the fucking sorceress opens a portal to send Adam away to safety with a sword that will one day bring him back to Eternia. And Adam's mother's like, send him to my home world, because she grew up on Earth. He'll be safe there. And then he's flying through a portal going to Earth, and the sword slips away from him, and he realizes he's fucked because that sword is his only way to get back home. And then we pick up like 15 years later, and he believes he still remembers all these characters from his childhood in his homeland, and he tells everyone about it, and he seems crazy. And then one day, like, he's always searching online, has anybody seen this sword? He draws replicas, and someone's like, yeah, I know where your sword is. Come meet me. And guess what, Dennis? He's been looking for 15 years, and that sword's like 20 minutes away at a toy store or a comic book store on display. And so there's a comical thing of him stealing it. And then right as that happens, one of Skeletor's guys pops out of nowhere, this giant creature who's also looking for it so Skeletor can have more power. But luckily, He-Man's old gal pal Teela shows up, and she takes him back to Eternia with the sword, and he's all excited. And she's like, I wouldn't get so excited. It's not the world you remember. Skeletor has like destroyed it, and your parents have gone missing, and everyone you know and love is like hiding, and I'm a part of a rebellion. And essentially it's like, all right, he's like, we have to stand up and get our home back. And it's about them fighting back to Skeletor. But there's a whole journey they go on that's a little tedious, but it's fun. It's interesting. A lot of people are talking shit about this movie. All right. So
the formula kind of sounds familiar. Like, I feel like it's not like we haven't seen this type of movie before.
Pretty much.
Like, yeah, but this is obviously with the He-Man flavor. So
yeah. And that's the thing. This is kind of spot on. It's weird and cheesy and awkward, kind of like the cartoon. And like we were saying earlier, the Bumblebee movie was based on toy property, and the director of Bumblebee directed this. And he's also a guy that works with Leica. He did Kubo and the Two Strings. He has this upcoming movie Wildwood, so he's an interesting director. But the thing that really stands out the most here, the score is fun as hell, dude. It's done by the guy that did the score for fucking what's the fucking movie that Ted likes in the movie Ted? The
Flash
football
Gordon.
star Flash Gordon, the guy that did Flash Gordon, did the score for this, and it has that synthy, upbeat, crazy, and it's throughout the whole movie. And then by the final, sort of. Yeah, and by the final battle, we get a new rendition of the He-Man theme song, so that's kind of cool. Nice. The characters look kind of cool. Like the bad guys, the prosthetics and stuff, because they did practical, and of course there's some CG in there, but they look pretty good. The world looks luscious and beautiful in the beginning, and then it looks drab and like it has a distinct look. The wardrobe is spot on for this, and like they call out so much shit. Like when he finally does transform into He-Man, he's like, "What happens to my clothes? Do I get those back?" And like there's a reason why everyone has such dumb names like fucking Fisto and fucking all these like wacky names or Ram Man. It's all, they explain it. It's like he's always drawing pictures of them, and these are names he came up with even when he was a kid. But it's like he was like 10 when he left. He didn't know their real names, whatever. And like there's all these weird like jokes thrown in here about fisting and like weird adult things. And it's like, do you want to be a kid's movie or do you want to be an adult? Like, you know, your audience is primarily people who grew up in the 80s and whatnot. So I guess it makes sense. And like there was polling, only 11% of the people that saw this movie opening weekend were young. So it's not hitting the demographics they were hoping, which is kind of rough. But
it's like they needed to make it for the audience that watched the original show, not a fucking brand new audience. I don't get that. Like,
and that's the thing. That audience showed up, but not as big as they'd hoped. And I guess the whole reason they made this is because Jeff Bezos is a giant fan of He-Man, apparently. And he's like, "Hey, I own MGM, I own Amazon. You guys got to make this." And it's like, interesting. All right, ballsy move.
Didn't really know half the fucking cast in here. We just needed to slap this fucking thing together.
But
at least so Alison Brie entertaining in this. That was
Well, that's one of my flaws here. Alison Brie is Evil Lynn. Yeah, like she has moments, but she doesn't get much to do. She doesn't get. She's underutilized. Okay.
That's too bad.
And it's interesting because like she's kind of the right hand man or woman, I guess, for Skeletor. Yeah, and like there's scenes where Skeletor like will belittle her or like fucking choke her or like do some like hold her hands and cause her to scar, and like she gets these like weird little like sexual flares on her, like she's turned on by it almost, which is interesting. Interesting take. Okay. I know. Now a lot of people like Jared Leto as Skeletor. This guy is like fucking box office like arsenic. Don't put him, but he was really good as Skeletor. Like he was real. Like
I would say the way they styled him, he looks fucking awesome.
Menacing.
That's great.
And there's this cool scene where like he's causing He-Man to kind of have like weird hallucinations, and like it goes from like he like in the middle of battle, like he's knocked out, and like we see him reliving some of the moments we saw on Earth, and we see fucking Jared Leto like as Skeletor and Jim Weir talking shit. Then we get like a scene of him like in an office, kind of like office space, like just weird shit, and it's kind of funny. Like Jared Leto was sadly one of my favorite parts, but Idris Elba, it's like, why is he in this? But he could have just phoned it in, but he's giving a really nuanced, like he goes for it. He really is killing it in this movie as Man at Arms. Idris Elba was great. Nice. Yeah. I haven't watched Riverdale. I watched like the first season, and I guess the lady playing Tila is from Riverdale. She was pretty good. And then Nicholas Galanzine, I had only seen in that Anne Hathaway movie, The Idea of You, but I guess he's in like little movie things here and there that like some of the kids would know. But also, I guess he was in that movie Bottoms, and I recently saw him in The Sheep Detective. Good in that. This kid was good. Like it's weird because like he's playing like this goofy guy, and it's all about like he's not man enough for his dad, and like now that he's all muscle bound and stuff, he's like, I'm who you want me to be now, Dad. And then of course like his dad's like, I never wanted you to be that. And it's like, no, that's exactly what you showed us the one time we saw you, guy. But that's it's interesting because he's more like,
I'm not my father. I'm my own man.
Yeah. I just want the crowd to love me. Jeremy Allen White. Man. But But it's funny because like he works at HR in on Earth, and like he was trying to do that with Skeletor. He's like, we don't gotta fight, we can just talk. And the Skeletor's like, fuck that. And then like by the time he fucking goes off on Skeletor, and the Skeletor's like, oh, we can talk. Yeah, the action is really good in this, man. The action is surprisingly fun and upbeat and intense, and with the score, it's just like adrenaline. Yeah, I don't know. I had a fun time watching it. Like,
nice.
I liked it when I first saw it, but I'm like, I gotta fill in those gaps from when I might have passed out a little bit. And it held up. Like, yes, I know there's some flaws and there's some issues here and there, and it's like, what movie doesn't have that? It's not a perfect movie, but for a certain audience, it's gonna hit what it wants to do. And I feel like like everyone went for a certain thing and they hit what they were going for. It just didn't resonate. It didn't go where it needed to go for the audience and money wise. And it's kind of rough because it's funny. They have 3 post-credit scenes. One of them is a character that like everyone's like, I don't know if they can actually put that guy in this movie, if it's going to work. And it's like, oh, good. He's finally on screen. This is great. Too bad we didn't get him earlier. And then of course there's like a big, here's who's going to be important in that next movie. And it's like, oh boy, that never is going to happen now. That sucks. And then there's like another scene that's kind of throwaway, but it's like, I would watch another one, but clearly I don't think we're getting one anytime soon. Is this
a little flying wizard guy?
He's our first one, but essentially, spoilers, sorry, it's been out. People, if you haven't seen it by now, hopefully I convince you to, and I'm going to spoil it because people were walking away. They didn't even realize this fucking came up because some people just leave. But no, it's She-Ra. They're like, the mother's like, I hope she comes back. We never meet her. We didn't see her as a kid, but then we see her on another planet. Like, she's a badass warrior princess already killing it. So it's like, I want to see that, man. That'd be great having her with these other characters. But now we know.
That's why she's been trending on. I've been seeing the name floating up. I'm like, okay. That's why people are talking about She-Ra. Well, maybe it'll be different enough. They won't make it the sequel. It'll be like Red Sonja to Conan. Where it's it's the same universe, but they don't take place in the same period of time. They're in different parts of the world. It does doesn't matter.
And it's funny, like I said, I saw the first time opening night, kind of empty IMAX theater. One guy older, like we were the only 2 who got it. When I saw it yesterday again, there was an older woman who was loving every second. Like, she was into it. I'm like, oh, fuck, man. This lady is a fucking fan of He-Man. I'm like, we need more people like this in the theater getting excited, man. Oh, man. But, I will say if you do, like you were just saying, fucking Red Sonja, they just released like a year or 2 ago, like the Red Sonja reboot that came and went that it played for like a week. That was really good. That's kind of on par with this, like really, but nobody watched it. Worth checking out. It's going to be streaming somewhere. But if you've been turned off by Masters of the Universe because of people saying bad shit out there, there's so many movies I could have chose from, and this did win votes, and I'm like, what should I review? And this was like the number 1. It's like, I want to let people know it's not as bad as everyone's making it out to be. It's not perfect, but it's a fun watch.
That seems to be a trend. That seems to be a trend lately. It's like if something isn't fucking stellar, it's the worst piece of shit in the world. I'm like, no, there's so many degrees between those ends of the spectrum.
Like on the last episode, we kind of said the same thing about Mandalorian and Grogu. It's not a perfect movie, but it's a fun time at the movies. Sometimes you just need it. Like, especially now, it's the summer. It's hot out. Go watch a fun movie, get some air conditioning, eat some snacks, drink some drinks, have fun.
Yeah.
But I will say it's 2 hours and 12 minutes. Could trim some of that easily. You could finite and tighten the story and make some things a little more feasible. But overall, I had a good time watching it. I'm going to give Master of the Universe 2 slices of toast.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So this next one, we're going to probably tag team, but I will let you take the lead for this one, Dennis.
Alrighty. Up next is a little Spielberg film that just got released, Disclosure Day.
What did you steal?
Secrets.
From Steven Spielberg.
People are starved for the truth.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world.
On June 12th,
The world is on the brink. If you do this, there's no undoing it.
3, 2, 1.
This is Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day. Rated PG-13.
All right.
Hey, yeah. So yeah, this is definitely one I was very excited for when I was first seeing the advertising for it. It's got a very interesting cast right at the gate. Emily Blunt is doing the heavy lifting for this movie. We have our main villain getting played by Colin Firth. Some fantastic performance by Coleman Domingo.
Always.
Wyatt Russell is in there for some reason.
Relief. I like Wyatt Russell in here, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I like him as an actor in general. He did not have enough in this movie. I felt like
I agree.
But
when he was on screen,
we'll circle,
I enjoyed him. Yeah.
We'll circle back to that. Josh O'Connor, who's our other male lead. I didn't really know him that well.
Yeah, I've only seen him in a handful of things. Like he was in the Challengers movie with Zendaya. He was really used well there. He was in that Knives Out movie, the last one to come out, Wake Up Dead Man. He was all right. But then he had this really weird heist movie I saw last year called The Mastermind, which I was like, no. Like, I feel like casting directors don't know how to use this guy properly. And I don't know if I like him or dislike him. Like, especially in this movie, I'm like... Yeah. When he was on screen, his storyline, I'm like, it should have been riveting, but I think his charisma's not there for me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Hold on. But I think before we start peeling hard into that, let's
give
a little bit more of the plot, because that heavily affects what I think you're getting at. Because I think I'm gonna double down on pretty much everything you're gonna say. So the setup for this is the actor we were just talking about, the character he's playing, which, God, what the fuck was it? Daniel.
Josh O'Connor. Daniel Kellner.
Daniel's on the run
a million times.
And he was a part of a team working from the interior of this secretive group within the government that they have secrets, and he's got secrets to share. And boy, do they want to keep these secrets under wrap, to the point to where they're willing to kill to do it. So we're just jump right into, he's already on the run. This operation's kind of like already underway. And parallel to that, we're seeing Emily Blunt, who's got her day job as she's a weather person at a local news station and has a freaky ass couple of fucking experiences before realizing there's clearly something that's going on with her. Her husband, played by Wyatt Russell, is very concerned. Or boyfriend.
They go out of the way to tell us that.
Yes. So we start this. She ends up linking up with our guy on the run. They both have some weird shit going on with him, and they're being chased by Colin Firth and his secrety division of hush hush government hush hush. But then they keep coming in contact with Coleman Domingo's character Hugo, who we find out he was on the inside too, and we're all the pieces are falling together. We just need this thing to happen. And what's funny is there is like so much buildup in this movie for what the trailer tells you right out the gate. We're about to tell the world the aliens are real, right? Like that's the whole setup for this fucking movie. Oh my God.
2 hours and 20 minutes before we get there. Out of a 2 hour and 25-minute movie.
And we
know watch Disclosure Day, not days before the day. Come on.
Jesus fucking Christ. This was such a dry, slow moving, boring and uninspired film. I do not understand all the hype this one is getting. I have like the inverse reaction. It's like when everyone's been shitting on other movies that I think were pretty good recently. Yeah. Here's a movie that is so fucking boring. How is it getting so much praise? This is not top tier Steven Spielberg. There's no fucking way.
And that's I shot a longer review of this that's going out this week, where I've talked about, I feel like everyone just gives Spielberg a pass for everything. And it's like, yeah, he was great back in the day and he makes some good movies, but I feel like you can't just say it's Spielberg, so we got to love this movie. It's like, no, you got to put him lower. You can't just put him on a pedestal and say he makes gold, because not every filmmaker is going to have hits all the time.
There's nothing wrong with appreciating the films of his past. I still enjoy them to this day, but I'm with you. To then just automatically say, "Oh, it's fucking amazing." No, it's not. It really
it's funny.
Is so boring.
When I saw the trailers and the stills and posters, I'm like, not for me. But I'm like, I gotta check it out. Interesting premise. I really thought when I watch, I'm like, I think Dennis might like this, and I might hate this, and I feel bad. But I gotta say, when Emily Blunt, all the shit she's going through, riveting. I really dug what was going on with her. Like, whole movie when she's there, loved it. When we got to Josh O'Connor, I'm like, I don't care. When they got together, I'm like,
his character falls so
better.
flat. He don't like it's you can tell it's just really it's this fucking script, man. She had the most interesting character. She actually had things to portray.
Mm-hmm.
She actually had depth and range. No one else did. Really. I mean, how do you take someone as amazing as Coleman Domingo? And he's to me, he's very one note. Same with Colin Firth. He's kind of very basic.
I mean, they're both giving good performances, but and then the weird he can teleport into your like life and see and interact, and it's like I don't need that.
Well, that didn't bother me so much because it's like okay, it's unknown alien technology, right?
Yeah,
that's kind of like a throwaway thing, but it's more the like. So you're gonna go through all this effort, you're gonna fucking kill people, and then you're just gonna stop.
Yes. What you have her, and then you let her get away. This is what I said also in my longer review. This is what I did not like about Mad Max Fury Road. You're spending all this time fleeing from one thing, and then you're going right back to where you begun. And at the end, like literally, this movie could have ended midways through when the bad guy has who he needs, both the people, but then they get back to right where it all begins, and it ends, and it's like
yes, the whole
filler.
The whole movie is the trailer. The whole point of the movie, the end of the movie is the trailer. That is it. We're building up.
Enjoyable part.
We're building up to knowing we're going to get the title of the film happen. Like that is the most frustrating thing for me. It's like the end result is like exactly what we've been what we knew was going to happen. The only time we escalate things and put our characters in peril are situations we know nothing is going to happen to them. I didn't care about the train. I didn't care about
you knew they'd survive.
The warehouse. By the way, art department thing that really pissed me off. There was a few I noticed.
Just that we're in a soundstage, that whole scene.
Well, the fucking wet ground inside the warehouse that has no holes in the roof. What are you fucking kidding me? And it's water because you can hear it and see it like fuck you very much. I'm not that stupid. I get it's a camera thing, it's a visual thing, but holy shit, you can see the ceiling, you can see the floor. Anyways, a lot of continuity errors that were like dead center bright red above the main character's head. I'm like, okay, no one looked a fucking inch above the main actor in the scene's head to make sure the time stayed the same on the fucking digital clock.
Oh, that always drives me insane. Yeah, it's like 11:42, 11:38.
I remember specifically 22:11:15, 22:11:09, 22:11:15.
That's how riveting this movie is that you can remember the time.
I was paying more
on
attention to that. Yeah,
that's how fun that.
And by the way,
that is one of the finer scenes in the movie.
Oh, right. Like, and that I'm paying more attention to that. It was such. I'm glad it was a free screening. I'm sorry, Adam.
See, and that's well, I used one of my passes. There wasn't anything else coming out this week that I didn't see this. So, but it's funny. I was thinking maybe you'd have that bias because you went to that screening, and I wasn't sure if there was a Q&A or anything that might have swayed you. I'm like, dang, I hope he doesn't.
Steven Spielberg himself could have been there. That would have been cool. That itself would have just been cool.
Yeah,
but he would have been talking about a shitty movie.
And here's the thing that also got me. The disclosure day, when it's happening, when it's on the news, when our person who desperately wants to be a newscaster and talks about that from the get-go, she starts the report, but then it just becomes some other character we've never seen talking over everything and taking the main, all right, so here's what we're seeing on screen. I don't know if this is official. Blah, blah. It's like, I don't care about the New York reporter. I want to watch Emily Blunt doing this.
Right.
She's the one breaking this news. Why is this other person?
Why isn't it the control rooms of the other news stations and we're hearing Emily Blunt's dialogue and we're seeing her face pop up on the, like, they should have been the reverse. The inverse of how they were trying to relay that. No, I think it's like, what is the next logical step that should happen in the story? No, we're not going to do that. The whole movie feels like that. I think yeah, there was actor like I too am a fan of Wyatt Russell. I think that character was a waste, and it's really too bad.
I got up to
really
refill my drink and go to the bathroom at one point, and I came back and he was just gone. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess Wyatt's out of this movie now. Cool. Yep. He was my favorite part, kind of.
And even then, he's a rock star we never got to see rocking out. Like, it's one of those things. It's just like he didn't really do much other than doubt his
everything
girlfriend and
the
everything
person he supposedly loves. Yeah, and yeah, I will say, Josh O'Connor, his girlfriend, I loved. Like,
she's down to clown.
Great backstory.
I wanted her to be in the rest of the
Like, I love how she's like, she wanted to be a nun, and he's like, so you're a nun? She's like, we've had sex. I'm not a nun. I was gonna be a nun. And like, she's like, I want to go with you. And it's like, yeah, she seems like she has the charisma that I wanted Josh O'Connor to have. And then when I felt like when Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor were together, there was this weird, like, will they, won't they kind of, and I'm like, you each have your own significant other. And I feel like you two have this
that's what's funny is to me, I kind of took it as like a brother-sister thing. I'm like, are we going to find out they are actually the spirits of two sibling aliens that have somehow mind melded, transferred, whatever, swap bodies into these humans or something, or like imbued their souls into fucking children. That's why they don't remember their childhoods. It's because that's when you know what? There's just so many of these little bullshit details too that didn't really add anything. They didn't explain so much that the things they stopped to explain, I didn't care about.
Yeah.
And again, all 2 hours and 25.
Rough.
2 hours and 25 fucking minutes, man. That was way too long.
It was hard.
As soon as the movie was over, like as soon as the credits rolled, we were up and out of our seat, getting the fuck out of there. So there's producers who got up and left at like half an hour, 45 minutes before the movie was even over.
Oh, wow.
There were so many times. I just remember thinking, okay, this has got to be Act 3, right? This has got to be the climax, right? And Val and I, we walk away from the theater, get in the car, we're both like, oh my God, that was so bad. And we were both just like, oh my God, there's like for the last hour, every 20 minutes, we're like, okay, now it's over. Now it's over. And then you get that last, like, we got to get back to the news station. I'm just like, oh no.
It's like,
and the power gets knocked out twice. No.
And then it's like, we live in a day and age where you could have leaked all of that information from your cell phone. You didn't need a whole production for it.
That's my thing. There's so many parts of the plot are
why are you on the run? Just put it out.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many things that are way overcomplicated, and there's so many things that are way too simplified. I think they all mismatch each other. Yeah. So obviously we loved it.
Yes. 10 slices.
It's the first
We're
five
going to a new level.
Whole new scale.
For me, I think I'm going to give it a 1 slice. I feel like it's generous.
1 slice. Yeah, it's more generous than me. I'm giving it half a slice. I'm not even going to, it's just whoosh.
That's the sound effect I gave it.
It's
throwing the bread in the trash.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. It's like, and this is a big summer tentpole movie. Like, I was like thinking maybe somehow they'll tie this into Close Encounters. Maybe the aliens might look like E.T. because we saw a finger that looked like it could be an E.T. style.
That was something that was discussed, and I've seen other people discuss online is, Val and I talked about it. I've seen other people talk about some things. It's like such a vague collection of like the average of alien stories all thrown together. Like, she's like, oh, that clicking reminded me of Signs. I'm like, yeah, because that's like, it's a common in like the alien abduction stories and things, like that is a commonly occurring theme of communication, that it's clicks and whistles that, not verbal communication that we would know to recognize. And like a lot of other things like that, the general scaling of them, and once we actually see the found footage and stuff, it's like the average gray alien sort of representation is what's shown here. I'm like, wow, so you weren't even inspired by your design.
Yeah.
You just like
you could have given us an anthology of different alien things happening, and it would have been a better movie. Like, here's all of the disclosure things that we're showing you, different clips of aliens throughout time. And it's sad because Steven Spielberg Close Encounters, E.T., produced Men in Black. Like, this guy has made some great alien movies, and this is what he gave us. And like the whole marketing is like on June 12th, disclosures happening, the biggest event from Stevens. And it's like,
I think trying to drum up more interest, given that that's somewhat happening in real life, the declassified UFO videos and stuff. Like, I think there was hope. A lot more hype would be attached to it because of these events going on. But it didn't land like that for me. I'll have to see how it does this next week. I'm curious if it's going to survive. It's going to drop like a rock.
I follow the box office from week to week. Obsession is killing it, dude. It's number 2. Backrooms has dropped, still made more money, but
still in the top 5 though.
Yeah, oh no, 100% is. But it's like so crazy, like to watch Obsession move up the ranks, and you know, Toy Story is gonna blast everything out of the fucking water. Yeah. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see. Word of mouth isn't strong on this. Reviews aren't strong on it. I feel like it's mixed, but
the early reviews, all the journalists and stuff, they hyped up so much. I think that's what got the initial butts in seats.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's the word of mouth afterwards that's going to kill this thing.
If I had to guess, this is going to come in 5th or 6th in this upcoming week's box office. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I have one more movie that comes out on the 26th of this month, if you don't mind me talking about. All right. So this is the third directorial movie directed by none other than Olivia Wilde.
What is this?
The Invite.
That's a rug.
Did you buy this rug because the neighbors are coming?
Oh my God. Joe, you remember Peanut Hog?
Bit of a contentious environment in here, so I understand.
We love a contentious environment.
She's fine, but he is a fucking weirdo.
You know, they seem cool, and she's so pretty.
Have you got tequila?
Joe, put on some music.
What kind of music you into, Hawk?
What is Sade?
What is Sade?
She loves that.
We only get a few chances for meaningful relationships in life.
What is going on here? This is fucking crazy!
Can we please do a reset?
Is this from a podcast?
Yes, it is.
We did come down here tonight to invite you.
Invite us.
To join us.
Us.
Me too.
Sorry, we don't have people over very often.
All right, so I saw this movie about 2 months ago at a film festival, and I was really intrigued because this is the third movie that Olivia Wilde has directed, and it's very different. She's done 2 very different films at this point, and it's kind of like an amalgamation of both those films. Like, we have Booksmart being her first movie, and that, of course, is a teen comedy, and then you have Don't Worry, Darling, which is kind of like a sci-fi Black Mirror Twilight Zone type of movie that's a little more grounded and sexual. So this is kind of like that. So essentially, we have 2 couples, Olivia Wilde and Seth Rogen. They're this married couple. They've been together forever. They have a daughter. They're in a sexless marriage currently, and they just don't see eye to eye. He works his ass off all day. She kind of flounders around, and they've been re-renovating their apartment and making a lot of noise. And she feels really bad about that for their upstairs neighbor to have to hear it. And she kind of thinks the upstairs neighbors are kind of cool because they're hip and they just seem fun. And Seth Rogen fucking hates them, and for a good reason, because all hours of the day and night you can just hear him ferociously fucking. And they have like a small daughter, and he's like, what? And like 3 o'clock in the morning, middle of the afternoon. And so like he comes home one day after a long day of work, and Olivia Wilde's character is like, hey, get ready. And he's like, for what? She's like, the neighbors are coming over. And he's like, what? You didn't tell me about this. She's like, yeah, it's been on the books for a while. And he's like, well, if they come, I'm going to tell them. I'm gonna tell them they fucking suck. I'm gonna tell them off because of all the shit they've been putting us through. And like they get in this giant fight, and then the couple shows up, and it's just awkward because like you can tell Seth wants to say something and Olivia's trying to shut him down, and she's just enamored by them, and they're kind of all over each other, and they're this open couple, and by they it's Penelope Cruz and Edward Norton, and their chemistry is like off the charts, like just insanely sexual with one another, and they're getting to know each other, and we find out, oh, the reason they're always having sex is because they like have orgies and stuff in their apartment, and they essentially get to the point where it's like, oh, do you guys want to have sex with us? It could be together, or we can change partners. And it becomes the dilemma of, does this married couple want to put their relationship in that situation? Is this something they can actually go through with?
I kind of felt like from the trailer that was the direction it was going to go.
Yeah. And it's very like, you never know where it's going to go. It's very like, it feels like a stage play. It's all pretty much taking place in, well, it is all this one apartment essentially. And it's funny. It's dark. It's, this is one I'm very intrigued to see how it will actually do at the box office. I feel like this is going to go out of theaters quick. Not a lot of people are probably going to check it out. It reminds me of a movie that came out, I want to say back in like 2012 called Chaos, I think it was called. Very similar situation. Well, not similar, but you had like two sets of parents coming together about their kids. I don't know. I'm getting sidetracked here, but it's a very dark movie, like tone wise, and like it looks dark. Interesting set. Like the set's a little like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to. There's not a lot going on for it besides the situation. It's a very situational comedy, and it's very adult oriented. But the characters are well fleshed out. I'll give them that. Like, these are very well fleshed out characters, and it's a good movie. It's an interesting movie. It's not great. I liked it better than Don't Worry, Darling, or whatever the last one was called. But I'd like to see Olivia Wilde do more broader comedies like Booksmart again. But it's interesting because she was there for a Q&A after, and the way the movie ends is kind of open-ended. She's like, oh, I think Seth and my character went this direction with our relationship and whatnot, and Seth believes this happened, and both are very viable and this and that. And it's like, that's a bullshit answer, but I could see it.
It's also kind of fun. I get it as the creative. It's kind of fun to then force your audience to make their own answer rather than like hand it all to you and then do the, back like 80s and 90s movies when they'd have to do the films over the whole screen of text of this is what happened to the character afterwards. I'm like,
that is annoying.
You don't need all that shit.
Right? Fill in the blanks yourself.
I'm like, it's like, if you're not going to make it a part of the movie, why do you need to like literally spell it out for us? Yeah, but no, that's interesting. I don't know. Okay, I'm intrigued.
It's art housey. It's like independent. It kind of feels like a film you'd see back in the like 60s or 70s almost. Like you don't get films made like this today, I feel, which is interesting. And it's funny because the writers of this movie is Will McCormick and Rashida Jones, who the last movie I remember they wrote was Toy Story 3. Totally different type of movie here.
Yeah.
And it's like I love the fact that Rashida Jones, but it is in line with their first movie they got made, Rashida Jones and Will McCormick, called Celeste and Jesse Forever, which starred Rashida Jones and Andy Samberg as these two friends who have this like will they won't they relationship their whole life. And it's an interesting little art house movie. It's an hour and 47 minutes, a tad bit longer than it needs to be in my opinion, but it was fun. But
wait, the invite?
The invite, yes. Sorry, the invite. Okay. Hour and 47 minutes, a little too long. And I'm toying with the idea. I'm like, do I want to see it again when it comes out? Because I always want a movie to, especially little movies, independent movies, to get money. And well, they got my money by the fucking buying a ticket for a festival. But
right.
Yeah, it's funny because AMC and all these different theaters, Regals and whatnot, and other theaters do like these movies on Mondays, like mystery movies that aren't out yet. And last night I went to one, and it was an R-rated movie that had a runtime of an hour and 48 minutes. I'm like, oh, this is probably The Invite. I saw this 2 months ago. I should probably rewatch it before I review it tomorrow because I knew I was going to review it. Surprisingly, not it. And I was like kind of happy when I found out it wasn't it. But I was like, the movie I saw, I'm like, I'd rather watch The Invite again. So it's like, I can't say rush out and see it. If you like to support indie movies, if you like really dark comedies, something like you'd see back in the day, kind of like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf almost in a way, go and see it. But if you're looking for a broad comedy, this is not that. If you're looking for some erotic stuff, this is probably the most erotic thing you'll see on the big screen this summer, I'll say. But overall, I'm going to give The Invite 2 slices of toast. It was just fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was pulling strings. It's funny. I did a whole review of it, and it came out so much more succinct. And on the actual podcast I'm trying to sell people on, I'm like floundering over my words. I'm sorry.
That's all good.
Yeah.
That was one slice, correct?
Two slices. Yeah. My bad. It's funny. This festival had 2 movies with Olivia Wilde that had this and another movie called I Want Your Sex, which both movies were in festivals.
So it sounds like an Olivia Wilde movie.
Yeah. And this one had a lot of buzz coming out of like, I think South by Southwest, or was it Cannes? I want to say South by. So I'm like, all right, that one, I Want Your Sex sounded a little more my speed, but I'm like, I don't know. It had Cooper Hoffman. I like him. I like her. But I'm like, this one, Seth Rogen, Edward Norton, Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, that cast buzz. Is like, yeah.
I want to see that. And I didn't know at the time she was going to be there to do a Q&A after.
Yeah. You
it was
made the better choice.
But it wasn't fully a Q&A. It was more her talking to this a sex therapist, I guess, because it involved what was going on in the movie. So it was like kind of weird and awkward.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But they recently put out a trailer for I Want Your Sex, and I'm like, I made the wrong choice. I know what movie I would have enjoyed more, I think. But you live and you learn. Yeah.
Well, shit.
So be on the lookout for that trailer reaction soon. That's going to do it for our reviews here, Dennis.
Yes, sir.
What an episode.
What a run. That was, yeah. I'm like, folks, I'm sorry there wasn't a better movie for you to. Or maybe you just thought, like, you guys, that review was insane. That was the greatest thing I've seen all year. Well,
yeah. Let's talk about it. Yeah. I like what you're queuing up here, Dennis. I'm sorry.
There you go. There you go. You got
there. I love
it. Say you disagree with us. You want to let us know. Leave us a comment on any number of our social media handles at movie_toast. You can find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, Kick, and YouTube. Whether you want to
watching. Yeah, there's a QR code, folks.
That there is. Give that a scan if you want to check out our links. If you're watching the show, we check out the podcast, available on every major podcast platform. Movie Toast News and Reviews. If you are listening, you're welcome to come check out our live streams and all of our video clips. Like I said, over on YouTube, as well as the other social media platforms as well.
Mm-hmm. And say you like the show, and like Dennis was saying, maybe this is your first time watching or listening. What we do now for the audio version and video version, I break it up into segments. Like each segment has its own episode, so you don't got to be bogged down by a long 2-hour show. You can just come and go, or you can watch the clips. But if you like something or you dislike something, let us know, and just leave a comment, leave a review wherever you're watching or viewing. Possibly Apple Podcasts. We want to make the show as golden, delicious, and toasty as possible for you, and we can't do that without your inputs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, say you've already done all that shit, and you're like, guys, but I love the show, and everything you say is scripture. I have nothing else to. What else could I possibly do for you, fine fucking toasties? Well,
good question.
Adam, how about we tell him?
All right. Please stay toasty.
Adam and Dennis, they're the kings of the real. Reviewing new movies, they keep it real. Coast to coast, from LA to the east. On the podcast show, they feast on the beast. Adam's bringing knowledge like he's Professor X. Dennis with cuts deeper than Wolverine's claws. I guess Marvel, DC, they know them all by heart. Breaking down the plot, tearing every scene apart. They got the juice like Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Breaking down movies with a sharp precision. Adam coming in hot like a John Wick hit. Dennis bringing the heat like the climax of a Tarzan flick.
You know, it's funny. I have that as my ringtone. And when I hear it on my phone, I'm like, cool. But now, just sitting here, because I wasn't like deprived of water this whole episode. Like normally I chug Red Bull, so I'm chugging water at this point. I was just sitting there listening. And with these headphones, like you can really hear the bass. You don't get that on my phone as much.
Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. My my monitor headphones, they kick pretty decent. So I've always just kind of assumed that's been there. I don't think I've listened to it on a device that didn't have some sort of bass feel to it. So
makes sense.
Interesting. You went on an audio journey.
Yeah. Speaking of audio journeys, Dennis, we're doing this episode a little late because both of us went to some concerts, man. Let's talk about your concert. What'd you check out? Where'd you go?
Yes.
The Hollywood Bowl, it looks like.
Yeah, the Blue Note Jazz Festival was over the weekend. It was 2 days. We went on the second day, and we got to see the absolute stellar legend Patti LaBelle was headlining. There's a couple other artists I kind of discovered for myself that it was fun. It was fun to see them. For the life of me, and I cannot think of the names at the moment, but the music was really good, and it's the style of jazz I like getting into. There was one fusion one that was really awesome. That was like funk reggaeton with a Puerto Rican fusion all into one, and it like all melded so fucking well together with a little bit of hip hop mixed in there too. And it like I was hooked.
Nice.
And then there was an artist that came up a couple sets later. Gregory Porter, really got into Gregory Porter. That guy was great. Sema Funk was the name of the other band. So
I like the sound of that. You put funk in anything. I
highly recommend you check out Sema Funk. It's like movie theater soundtrack, like movie soundtrack, like tracks. Like I almost feel like I've heard this like in a Grand Theft Auto, or like it's a part of just the world building sort of music. It had a great time. Nice. They were the crowd it's really chill for something like that, so no one's getting crazy rowdy. We were able to get out of there fastest we've ever left the fucking Hollywood Bowl. It was like 15 minutes.
Not bad. Wow, that's pretty good.
They rearranged how they did the rideshare pickups. It's across the street, so you just walk under the little tunnel to that parking lot, and they have stations the cars drive up to, so you just get in the fuck out of there fast.
Nice.
So that was cool. We had a great time. We brought some snacks in, did the cooler thing, brought in a little charcuterie. Other people were just bringing in straight up fucking bottles of champagne, and it's like, I thought you weren't allowed to do that. We had our
the Jazz Fest, anything goes.
We pounded our our cut water outside the gate before we walked in, thinking that's what everyone else was doing. No, we could have savored it.
Hey, you live and you learn. Next year.
Yeah.
Bring in a whole pack.
Had such a great time. Like that was nice. I would definitely do that again. That was cool.
Not bad. I went to go see a band that I last saw last September, and it's funny. It's this British kind of girl like punk rock band called Wet Leg. I really like their music, and last time I saw them, it was at this like venue in Boston, and I went by myself. So I just kind of drank Red Bull vodka by the bar listening, and I'm like, this is good. And then like Sarah's like, oh, where'd you go? I'm like, I went to this band Wet Leg. She's like, what? You know that band? I'm like, yeah, I heard them on a podcast. And like, I'm like, why is she questioning? Oh, weird. And like, so like, she's like, oh, I know those people. I'm like, oh, cool. So they were playing a show at a casino in Connecticut. So I'm like, oh, you want to go? And she's like, sure. And like, I now see why she said that. I'm definitely not the demographic here. It's like, I was the only, I feel like, male there that had their significant other come with them. I feel like all the other boyfriends, fiancés, husbands, or whatever looked like they did not want to be there. Or on the flip side is all the other guys were gay. And I'm like, all right, so I am definitely not the main type of person listening to this music, but it was a damn good concert.
Damn, there you go. So you know, I it's good. Embrace the music you like.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have to be limited to any one group.
And this time we were like in the pit, standing close up front. I'm like, you could hear it better. The sound quality was better than me sitting back and just drinking by the bar. So I'm like, this is definitely a better. And it was weird because I'm like, I know, because like I said, they're not there from the UK and whatnot. I'm like, why are they back in America doing it? But I'm like, fuck it, I might as well check them out again. And I'm happy I did. Yeah,
nice. That's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah.
I missed when we were both in. You know, you'd find all the little shows in Hollywood and shit, and
oh, dude, yeah,
we were just talking about that too. Miss all the little venues and the like 60, dude, 80 person rooms and shit.
Oh yeah. Like, I'm pissed. One year, it was freshman year. I know very specifically. I don't know if you were there that Friday, but like we were going to the Knitting Factory like we did on Fridays for the fucking sweet ass comedy show that was $5 and had like some of the biggest fucking names in comedy today. But it wasn't happening that Friday. And then I found out this other British fucking like rap artist lady named it's such favorite of mine that I forgot. Wow. I'm blanking on it. Wow. What the wow. I am like an old man now who can't remember anything. Well, either way, wow, this is going to drive me fucking bonkers. It doesn't matter. There was someone who I've always listened to and that I still kind of listen to. She doesn't put out music anymore, but she was doing a show in Hollywood that night. I so desperately wanted to go. And everyone else is like, no, let's just go back to the dorms. I'm like, fuck. Only time I ever had the chance to see that person. And now they don't even make music anymore. So I'm like, I missed that one opportunity.
It was funny. It sounds really familiar. I didn't go that time because that wasn't.
No, yeah.
It was the Hubbub show that we went to, where it was Nick Kroll and a few other guys, and Nick Kroll was just absolutely fucking moist. And
and this was before all the league and all the Kroll show.
Yeah.
So it's now driving me nuts. I got to look up to see. And I know I'm going to be like, Dax. I'm going to say a name that doesn't mean anything to anybody, but in my head, I got to figure it out or I'm going to go insane here. And this is terrible that I have to do that.
No, the old days, I do miss the Knitting Factory. Like what
they reopened a Knitting Factory in North Hollywood, I think, recently, but I don't imagine
it's not the 3-stage. It's not the 3-stage venue like it used to be. And but you know, now it's it was a Marshall's. I think it's a CVS now.
I believe that. It was an artist named Lady Solverin. I really liked. And I'm like, fuck. And it was a cheap ass show too, but people we went didn't want to go. But speaking of which, currently on tour, Dennis, is MC Chris. I'm excited. He's going to be out here in Boston again on July 9th with Mega Ran's opening with them and this other guy. I saw
that. Dude, you gotta. Hopefully, you can hit that show. That would be really cool.
But I'm excited because the guy who I saw open for him last year is also coming. That Swell Rel, this nerdcore guy, I really love.
Yeah.
Listening to the shit, like I'm like, oh, this is going to be a great show. I can't wait for that. But I'm trying to see when he's going to be because I know he's doing shows in California, but it's not showing up when I just opened the poster.
Oh, MC Chris. Last few times he's out of dates. None of them are in LA.
Yeah, I know he's like in San Diego and whatnot, but
what the fuck,
why
man?
not LA? Like he lives
what happened
in LA.
to? Yeah, it's like he would have shows pretty fucking frequently in LA too. Yeah. I don't see him posting about LA at all
Wedding,
anymore.
California, San Francisco. It's like, why not San Diego? Why not? There's got to be a venue. I mean, Kyle Gass goes and does tons of shows all around the valley, and you tell me MC Chris can't go do shows? Come on,
he fucking lives here, man. Come on.
Yeah. Now I feel bad. I was gonna tell you got to go see MC Chris, and now
I've been
keeping
an eye out. I've been keeping an eye out because I do want to see him again.
But he is apparently currently putting out a new album, the first one in I think 8 or 10 years, Night in Black. But it's not on Spotify yet. And it's like, God, but he's selling vinyls and I guess digital versions. Like, unfortunately, I don't have a vinyl player. Fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
And then the digital version is like one of the flash cards that he sells that has a whole discography on it, but it's like $100. And I'm like, I'm not spending $100 for stuff I already got.
Right.
Anyway, sorry we're boring the shit out of people. We're losing people quick in my head. Let's talk about this one. I know you had to have heard about it and being from the art world. How do you feel about the whole obsession art director situation?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I still haven't seen I still haven't seen the movie yet, but
I know you haven't seen the movie, but
that I think is kind of sticky because I get a sense of like, oh shit, now this thing is really running away and it's really like making all this money. Now give me a piece of it. I'm like, look, I'm sorry, but your contract, I'm sure, stipulated all of that shit up front. No one else got paid. Like most of the other people at your level probably got paid about that too, or not.
Yeah,
you know,
when you're doing an indie movie that sort, because those movies never go anywhere really. You're not. My first
thought after hearing that was like, why not shut your fucking mouth and say like, yeah, and that's the set I built. So how about we collaborate on the next one?
Some jobs, yeah.
Why not? It's like, hey, I'll design your next fucking shoot. I'll design your next set. Why not use that as leverage of like, look at I only had this budget. Look what I did with my sets. Like, I think that if anything, you should be using that to your advantage and really fucking sticking that feather in your cap and walk merrily on. This whole coming up after the fact and asking for more money just kind of sounds bitchy. And to be honest, I feel like it's going to make you hard to work with in the future. I don't want that guy on my movie.
You put a target in your back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. Like if you said nothing, oh, you made that movie that fucking blew up. Yeah, I want to work with you. But that's like, oh, you're the little whiny But I will respect the fact that they're saying in general, there should be safeguards. Should be more better. And it's like, yeah, in theory, but that just unfortunately isn't the industry, especially nowadays.
Especially
sadly.
When it's like, how hungry are you? Well, then come fucking eat these scraps. Like,
yeah,
I get that.
And saying, oh, I wore all these different hats. It's like, we all have been there. You have to. You take one job, but you're doing all these other bullshit jobs below you because it's a labor of love. You're turning out something. You should be happy people are seeing your work. Most people in your situation wouldn't see it.
By the way, that's the first thing I thought of was just like, oh, shit. Why aren't you like just fucking pumped? The thing you worked on did so well. That looks so good on your resume. And now it's all, what is it? The only sure job is the one you're working on. Yeah. I get that, but that doesn't mean you need to go back and fucking start.
And if you look at their IMDb, all they did before was like 3 short films. It's like you did something most people didn't do and just fell into a job because of the right place, right time. I don't know.
Shouldn't be rocking the boat. I think it's
this Curry Barker is going to go on and make more shit. He's already made another movie in the can. He's doing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's blown up. You just lost that money train.
Yeah.
Wagon train. Yeah. It's rough to see. Yeah. But it's tough.
As soon as I read that, I had strong reaction to it. It just like, that just doesn't, that just seems unprofessional. And but I get the FOMO of, I'm sure the very top of the line people, they're getting a piece of all of this money that's the movie's making. Yeah, but that's how it fucking works. But maybe you should have fought for that in your contract before you
should have taken points, took less money up front, and then asked for more perpetuity. Yeah. But it's like, also, I'm sorry, you went from doing short films and then you got paid $300 a day. I mean, yeah, you can make that for doing a commercial as a PA almost, but you were nobody making $300. You made a couple grand shooting this movie. That's good for someone who's just starting out, in my opinion, on a low budget movie.
Yeah,
I would like that. I mean, yeah, it's not the best, but yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Other cheery stuff in this world. What about all these Marvel leaks? How do you feel about this? Like stuff from Brand New Day trailer leaked again, and then there apparently Kevin Feige got some hacks in his computer supposedly, and some blurry stuff from Doomsday got out there. Do you think these are real, or do you think Marvel is just leaking shit?
It's like, first off, I'm like, well, I guess
too much.
I've been left behind. I haven't heard a lot of this, but I feel like they always hype the shit up specifically about these movies because they're doing it. That's a part of their advertising campaign. I don't believe any of it accidental
there's been
anymore.
no cease and desist, no takedown notices. They're just letting this stuff live. I don't buy it.
No, it's just to drum up interest. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not even gonna pay attention to it because it's like you're gonna release the fucking thing anyway. So I'm not gonna.
You're getting more buzz by just saying, "Oh, I was."
Yeah.
You're Kevin Feige. You're not putting yourself in hackable situations.
You want trending hashtags. And that's what they're getting.
Yeah,
they're winning the game at that.
And guess what? The footage that's getting out there is super pixelated and blurry. I think it's not like high res, so it's like
they fucking compressed it on purpose to a point to where like just enough to tease, but
and somehow someone got this perfect picture of fucking Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and fucking Tobey Maguire together. Yeah, you just happen to get that picture put out there. Come on, get out of here.
No. Yeah. Although it would just be fucking awesome as like a misdirect. Like you just get them in wardrobe on set, and let that leak, and then it's not in the movie. It's not even in the movie. They're just like after the movie comes out, it's like I got you, bitch. We do it every time. You fall for it.
Have you seen any of the stuff from this live action Scooby-Doo show? Have you seen that they're using a real Great Dane puppy?
I heard about this. I remember reading an article about there are animal rights groups who are very not okay.
Angry.
Yes. Which like I can understand that initial reaction, but it's not like we've heard a bunch of stories about 17 Great Danes died during the filming.
Yeah.
It's not that
like they're putting him through a racetrack and torturing him.
What was that fucking show that it's never going to get released?
Lucky, I think.
Yeah.
No, it got released like a season or two, starring Dustin Hoffman. Why do I know that? That's so weird.
Dustin Hoffman? Oh,
I believe so.
Why was I thinking it was? So. Anyways.
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Ben Kingsley. But no, I think you're right.
I gotta double check.
Didn't like 7 horses die during the filming of the first season? Like it was
something crazy,
staggering. Yeah, and that track needs to get torn down anyways because it's apparently like even for horse racing tracks, it's like one of the worst condition ones because horses break their legs on it all the time.
Was it Hollywood? What the fuck?
Hollywood Park.
Hollywood Park. Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure.
That's fucked. Have you seen any trailers lately? There's been some cool trailers. You know what trailer came out today?
Instinctively want to say yes, but I can't think of what it was now.
There's a really cool one called Whalefall that's out. I highly suggest.
Oh, okay.
Scuba diver gets kind of a tentacle from a fucking octopus that like wraps itself around, but that octopus is now being eaten by a whale, and the guy's trying to free himself before he gets swallowed by. It's pretty intense.
Jesus.
Good stuff. We had a trailer for Fall 2. Now it's people on the side of a cliff.
Yes, I did see. Yeah, that was before something.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where the fuck did I see that? Was that before
Disclosure Day? Maybe. No, that's at the Guild. They don't play trailers, right?
Yeah. The last time I was in the theater was the 4D screening of Mandalorian Grogu. I think it was before. Yeah. It was before that. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I skip trailers in the theater normally, so that's a very strong possibility. But one big teaser came out today that I didn't watch because I want to do a real reaction and I was too busy setting up the stream. A little movie called Shrek 5.
Yes.
It still sounds like people aren't happy still, but it's like, fuck you, people.
Fuck them. Just get over the fucking animation and watch the goddamn movie. It's all the cast you want to be there. Like, just
exactly.
Fucking let it. Yeah.
And it's funny, we got that today, and then we got an odd Dr. Evil Verizon commercial today.
I did see that on Instagram today. That was funny.
It's like, how many times do we got to get a Dr. Evil commercial? This is like the 4th. Let's just bring him back in the front. Let's just come on. Let's bring Austin Powers back. Let's stop.
That would be funny because where his character left off in the last one.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He uses all of his power and wealth for good.
And like Scott's a bad guy.
He does like a Despicable Me fucking sort of thing.
Gru. Ooh, I like that.
He's like, it's him against his son, or maybe he's now Scott is doing his own thing.
Yeah. Maybe he's trying to do the right thing, but somehow he's actually causing more chaos than he did when he was a villain.
Oh my god, more damage than he's ever done before. Yeah, that's actually funny.
He's like a Clouseau type character who's just fucking up left and right. But all right, I'm sorry. I got one thing that we didn't talk about last episode because of me, and now I'm caught up, and I can talk about Spider Noir. We want to talk really quickly, or do you want to wrap this up and save it for another day?
Shit. Yeah.
It's up to you. Yeah. I'm awake.
Okay. I was like,
do you gotta go to bed?
I already ran to do that once during one of your reviews.
Fair enough. It's all good.
I kind of hoped we would have jumped into that right at the.
I didn't think about it until right now. I'm like, shit. Why is that at the bottom of my list? I don't know. Sorry. We can save it for another time.
Yeah, we can save it for the next episode. I want to
That's what we should instead of Kazam or fucking one of my movies.
One of our.
We could have just did a
we
full
could have
review.
That be one of the reviews. Yeah, honestly, I'm up for that next episode. We can do our own joint review of Spider Noir.
Yeah. That works.
It deserves the attention.
So it really does.
That's all I'll say. Yeah.
it's gonna be a fun discussion. There's gonna be opposing thoughts, I think, here.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Already sounds like
good, bad. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. That's a teaser. Come back for episode 243.
Yes.
In 2 weeks to find out who likes and who doesn't like, or do we both love or do we both hate Spider Noir? We're just gonna have to wait.
That she will. Till then.